So another welcome back to Dave Simmons and his Blue Flame machine, and of course alongside him daughter Millie Simmons, who commonly we know would have been sitting alongside John O'Veary, but she stepped into a real boat, she tells me, into a superboat. First time out on the water this year, and of course for some time Dave's used to be crewing for the team, but he's decided to get it back out on the water. So we'll see how this goes. Listen to that LSA 14 supercharger, Stingerish ISH hull with an 9-inch hydro pump behind him. Oh, that's missed the turn. Don't do that. Parked it up. First activation for the pushers. Of course, it won't go anywhere with the jet unit out of the water. And that's unfortunate for Dave and Millie. As give it a bit of juice, come down. It's been a while since they were in the water, of course, but they're back on track. But parks it up. So we get the old whop, whop, whop for the first time of the day in the all-powerful mouth-fresh superboats, the Blue Flame machine of Dave Simmons and Millie Simmons. Just sort of overcooked it as they came through there. Doesn't look to be any damage, which is a good thing. Just went the wrong way, spat it out, and put it up there.
I'm here.
He's live. He's live.
Hey, mate.
Hey, Choco. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Oh, that's okay. That was a bit of an issue, but...
That's all right. You got here.
I got here.
Yeah.
It was my birthday yesterday.
It was your birthday yesterday. That's right, mate. Many happy returns of the day for you.
That works better.
Did you have a nice day yesterday?
Oh, I had a big night.
You had a big night. Well, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that.
No.
But happy birthday for yesterday, mate. Good to see
Merry
you.
Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, yes. So we're
Hope
into
you
it.
all
So
had a good Christmas.
We've had the our first whoopsie of the day there, as you saw, mate.
No, I'm all right. Do I need it?
You can hear me. Do you need headphones, mate? You okay?
Yeah.
Do you want it? You're good to go, mate? Yeah, you sort yourself out. I'll keep going. We'll just, that's it. As we see Dave and Millie being escorted back to the pits. They'll go back and have a debrief. In fact, Sister Leela will be giving Millie some advice as in how to negotiate the track, because she's done it once. Of course, Sister Leela sitting alongside John O'Veary in the Group B boat. You can turn yourself back on now,
I'm
mate.
back.
You're good. You're back?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Bit of an early start this morning.
It was.
All the way from the Wairarapa. Yeah.
You did well, though. You did well.
Yeah.
So you haven't missed much, mate? You haven't missed much?
No. What are we into?
We've had some good runs.
Round one?
Qualifying one.
Sweet.
We've just had our first superboat back out on the back
It's good to be back at Wanganui. Haven't been here for a while.
Track looks good, eh?
Yeah. Supreme.
Yep.
Richard and Julie do a great job, don't they?
They sure do.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yep, no, they sure do. The track is in pristine condition, that is for sure.
Done a few laps around here in my time.
That's good.
Upside down on my head.
Upside down?
I've had a couple of goes of that around here.
That wouldn't be much fun going around here upside down.
No. Oh,
yeah, well, so we'll just wait to see what the goers down there on the ramp. We should be looking to see the ghost machine of Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith. Well, it looks like it's the Devil's Advocate getting some work done there. Robert White and Lisa Glubb.
He's firing up, aren't they?
Yes, that's correct. Just getting it sorted. We'll see if they are. It's a change in the running order there. It should be the some early issues. Round one for the superboats to see who can get there. A lot of work gets done on the back of the trailer, trying to get it firing. That's sounding better. Almost. Yep. You love it how that you fire that up on the back of the trailer there, Choco, and it pushes the ute up the ramp.
Yeah, like that.
There's a lot of power behind there. You certainly, you wouldn't want to be, you make sure the ute was in park before you did that though, wouldn't you? Because otherwise you could be in a whole lot of trouble, especially live to all the viewers on the live stream as well. So,
yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
You know. But, yep, no, Lou's
Here we
giving
go.
him the thumbs up.
See if we can try and push him off.
Yep. No, she gets him back into the water. So that'll be the Devil's Advocate coming out onto the water now. Robert White and Lisa Glubb all the way from the bottom of the south.
He's having a bit of trouble there too, isn't he? Trying to get going backwards. What's happening there?
Just a bit tight on the ramp. No, they look okay now.
Jeez, he's just swamped it. Where's all that steam coming from?
That's a tight, negotiate that post through there.
Yeah.
Didn't back off far
You
enough.
don't normally come that way.
No,
that's not normal.
You're supposed to go around that post. But no, we'll see how they go. They'll come up to the chute. They'll come up to the chute. They'll get the green light. Away they
We're
go.
into it.
Robert White, Lisa Glubb. Well, this is going to be a cautious approach. Maybe.
Maybe not.
No, negotiated that bend where Dave and Millie didn't go to, that's for sure. Yeah, no, hammer down through there.
He's feeling his way, isn't it?
Yeah, just cautious.
Yeah, very cautious. He doesn't quite know where he's going to.
No, cautious is the word of the day so far. Through the middle, he's gone the wrong way though, unfortunately.
He's going the wrong way.
Back on track.
Yep.
Back on track now. No, they're not. Just
No,
as we
they're
say,
not.
the old
He's having
commentators.
another go. Here we go. Yep.
Now we are.
Yep.
Of course, these guys are 520 cubic inch. 520 small block of Matcraft Scott Jet unit as they go the wrong way again. As again, this mentioned before, Choco, the rotation is brand new to all the races. Hasn't been
really?
here before, so
Yeah, I was
we're expecting
familiar with it either too.
we're expecting a few errors now as he's back on track. This is Robert White and Lisa Glubb. No time up for them either. Maybe some transponder issues.
They haven't finished yet. Now,
They have finished now, but we'll get you that time as soon as we can. Some teething problems all round.
yeah, it's quite a complicated track. I saw it come through on the old book face the other day, and I thought I might try and memorise it, but I don't think I got about 3 corners in and then flagged that idea. That's a dumb idea. A 101. Yeah, I think he took the long way, eh?
Yeah, well, again, he had that couple of rotational errors, but got through
Probably
that.
good though. He
But
got a lot of boat time.
Absolutely. There's a bit of seat time.
time.
Bit of seat time.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely right.
They were having a bit of trouble getting him off the trailer here today.
Well, that's not...
Oh no, he's back on again. Something's wrong.
No, that'll be Phil Dick and Hayley Dick. They were out last night, Choco. Of course, you weren't here last night. I was here last night.
No.
They were out till late last night working on the boat, getting everything done, and caught up with Phil and said, look, if it was firing, he'd be happy. If he got it off the trailer, he'd be happy. Well, he sort of got it off the trailer, as we just saw then, but went back on. So not too sure what the problem is there, but hopefully they can get out on the water because they worked extremely hard to get that package, the HRE engine, firing on all cylinders, and it was when it was down. It woke me up on the boat ramp this morning, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And
it's quite a good way to get woken up, though, isn't it?
The sound of it, I might make that my alarm clock, the sound of the V8 engine.
Yeah, I had the alarm clock at 5:30.
Yep, good man. Good man. That's good, though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
Well,
woke the wife up too, though, so that's not so good.
Oh. No, not good at all.
I see Scott Donald coming down on the ramp there too, is he? I know his boat was in pieces during the week.
Yeah, caught up with Scotty, got some regular Facebook pace from the Wicked 2 machine. They got all that back together Christmas Eve, I think it was. Might have even been Christmas Day. I saw the last post.
Geez.
They were getting everything back on. So that is
to the last minute, is it?
absolute true commitment from the Wicked 2 machine, that's for sure.
What boat have we got with Rob Coley this week?
He's got the twin turbo.
Oh, okay.
Yep, he's got the twin turbo. Caught up with Rob earlier this morning, and he's a little bit cautious. Again, there's that word of the day,
won't
the
be
cautious
like
approach.
that for too long.
But, yeah, well, and he only knows one speed, of course. You know,
Yeah.
it's fast or slow.
Yeah.
It's fast or slow. But, no, I'm sure he'll be okay.
Paddy Hayden stepping up now.
Paddy Hayden and the schizo machine, he tells me. So now he's got his lovely wife, Jay, alongside in the navigator's seat. Now, she didn't know this boat was purchased. He did it without her knowing. And it's got the mother-in-law's big block Chevy from the Daihatsu Justy in behind him. So he reckons he's here to just make up the numbers, but that's not the Paddy Hayden I know.
No, it's only a matter of time, isn't it?
I think so.
I reckon he went the wrong way.
That's a great start for Paddy and Jay.
Did he go the wrong way?
He sure did. That's why the hand's up in front of you there, Choco. Pick up on that, mate. Come on, track the young players.
No, I can't see too much in front of me at the moment, but we'll get there.
Just trying to get back on track now. Just trying to get back on track.
See that? I memorised that first part of the track from during the week. Straight away. He's gone the wrong way.
Yep, you knew that. I'm
on
impressed.
fire, wasn't I?
I'm impressed.
Oh, he's back again now.
No time on screen for them either. But, both of these two out of Te Awamutu. Base Pro, the business on the side of the boat. That's
Whoa.
yeah, dug it in. There we go.
Keep your foot on the throttle.
Yeah, there's a little bit of weed in the track. We noticed just walking across the bridge this morning in the start chute there. There was a fair bit of weed in the track, so that's not a good thing. And
No.
maybe
It sounded
was
more like a fuel issue or something like that, maybe.
I don't know. We'll get down and check that out a little bit later on.
Started coughing and spluttering on the hairpin down there.
It's never good when you run out of when you have a fuel problem, mate, because you need that to keep the boat going, right?
Yep. Dead right there.
Yeah, no, shake of the head, as we see on screen there from Paddy. Not happy, so we'll have to get the rescue boat for the first time today. Are they diving in it yet? No, taking the rescue boat out to get our first rescue of the day. Or will they just
You're
push
like
it
a
back?
man that will buy a boat and not tell the wife.
Yeah.
Who would do that?
Yeah, no, well...
I might have done that a couple of times, actually.
But I must point out, though, that... I must point,
Sorry.
I must point out that once Jay found out that it had her mum's motor out of her Daihatsu in it, she was a bit happy.
She was happy about that.
It was going to go a bit slower, so... Yeah, she knew it wouldn't go very fast. So a big block Chev out of the mother-in-law's battery-powered Daihatsu Justy.
So one cylinder's a Daihatsu Justy, isn't it?
Yeah. So as you can tell, that's about the speed of the battery-powered Justy is going back into the chute now. So not a good start for Paddy and Jay, but they'll reflect on that and be back out and running.
A few teething problems. I don't think the boys have put the effort in over the Christmas break, eh?
Oh, I think they have. They again were working until the long hours last night trying to get that sorted.
Too much ham.
Where's Lou standing on the boat ramp? She is standing in front of the twin-turbo, Nissan twin-turbo 1,200 horsepower Sprint Tech hull machine of mouth-fresh, the best-tasting toothpaste in the world.
It is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's in my toilet bag. I have got some of that on track. Look after the sponsors. The mouth-fresh Unlimited Superboats, of course. The Poison Ivy machine of Rob and Ange Coley. Had a few issues here this time last year. If you remember back, well, you might not remember back. You weren't here last year, but yeah, he did. He had a few issues and, then parked it up and got the second boat just to make up the numbers. But and had a better time in that boat, but of course didn't get any points because he wasn't registered with that boat. But we'll see how he goes. Now we'll see what sort of mood he's in right from the start. Is it a cautious Rob? Hey, Blake, how are you, mate?
I think all the boys just taking it a little bit easy, aren't they, with this rotation?
A little bit cautious. We'll see if it's Rob the Mad Dog Coley or if it's just Rob Coley for this first one. Of course, you don't want to see the Mad Dog too early in the day.
No.
It's, of course, about qualifying 3 or 4.
Get through to the afternoon, don't we?
Absolutely. Yep. So, no, cautious approach out of the chute from Rob and Ange Coley in the mouth-fresh Poison Ivy machine. You watch to get that part of the track, I reckon you'll see will get faster and faster. It's the first time in the rotation that they can do a full sweep of the track before they have to start cutting into the middle. So, like you, Choco, I picked that up earlier in the week when we got sent the rotation, and I was quite excited about that.
Yeah.
Because these machines, you can certainly see them going, you know, you watch for Sam Udick and Glenn Head to get out there, and they'll really put the foot down, as will Rob Coley later on in the day, just to get out there and absolutely put the slaughter to the
Going the wrong way.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
He'll pick it up.
Ange will be frantically telling him that he went the wrong way.
Combs will be working overtime. Now he's back on track.
Oh.
No, he might head back to the chute, unfortunately.
Something doesn't sound right on that boat, does it?
Didn't sound
Started off okay.
Didn't
Sounded
sound
really
flash.
good.
No, not at all. Not at all. Parked it up on the trailer. Unfortunately, that'll be a no-go. Did go the wrong way. Didn't get back on track.
No.
So
And then the
unfortunately,
boat got a little bit sick.
didn't get back on track. That'll be a DNF for Rob and Ange. So the Superboats having a bit of an issue out there early on. But that's okay. Blow the cobwebs out, or as we say in the jet branding, blow the weeds out of the jet unit nice and early to get it sorted. It will be the 3NZ machine of the birthday boy, Ruben Hoxema.
I saw that this morning.
And Jake Wood.
Got the notification.
Out of Ruben out of Palmerston North, the mechanic, and Jake out of Auckland. Some of these guys travel a long way, don't they? Bottom of the South Island, top of the North. All for this fantastic sport of, well, and even from the Wairarapa, you know, they travel up. Early hours this morning. The 3NZ of the 2JZ 3.4 litre with an S2000 turbo, 1,000 horsepower, Sprint Tech hull, and this guy just grows in confidence every time he gets out on the water.
Well, quite deep there, but that's all right. He's gone the right way.
This part of that he just went through there, that's been causing a little bit of an issue for all the classes.
Right.
Actually, the Group B started to get stuck in there. Apart from Bryson Kylie Barron, who came out with the foot down and posted a great time of 58 for the first one. So look to see them.
He's a good Wairarapa boy, isn't he?
He is. As we see Ruben and Jake come through there.
Still on track too.
Doing well. Ooh, a little bit deep there.
Yeah. Gets a little shallow there later on in the day. You don't want to do that too often.
Still plenty of water on the track though, which is good to see. And it's good. Done a great job, Richard and Julia Murray, local promoters here. Beautiful spot. We are Shelter View in Wanganui. Come on down.
Well, he's getting excited now, isn't he?
Wind it up, and it's a good rotation. That's a good rotation. 106. A 106 for Ruben and Jake. They'll be happy with that. I did say to him earlier on today, I said, look, I don't want to see you do anything over a minute. So I guess that's round one to me. But that's okay. He'll be right. Who are we going to see next? The all-powerful machine of the Wicked 2, Scott Donald and Nicole Reesby, only put it back together on Christmas Day. What sort of a Christmas present is he going to give Nicole? Oh, I'm going to be in the shed all day working on the boat, love. That's what I'm doing. The 2NZ of the Wicked 2 machine, Scott Donald and Nicole Reesby. No Sam Udick and Sharma Putranui. Can't see them on the ramp.
No.
PSP team parked up.
Scott Donald all the way out of the Wairarapa. Must have come up just in front of me to get here a little bit earlier.
Yep,
He's way down the South Wairarapa too.
Down the
way down.
Featherston?
Yeah, even further down than that.
Great machine this though. Of course, the 2NZ, the Wicked 2, Scott Donald, Nicole Reesby out of Featherston, as we said. Scott's the farmer, Nicole's an accountant, the 500 small block Chev.
Don't know if it's a good idea to have a partner that's a accountant.
Gone the wrong way, unfortunately. No, that would help though, because she'd keep the finances on track.
True.
Look at that, through the centre of the track. Beautiful. Back on track now. Just getting rid of the nerves Of course, this is the Wicked 2 machine, Scott Donald and Nicole Reesby.
Going the wrong way again. Come on, Scotty.
So mentally, Choco, tell me about that. When you go the wrong way early in a rotation, it's hard to get back on track?
Yeah, well, at that speed, hopefully the navigator can jump in and do the job, get you back on track again. You really want to do a rotation in that first round just to get the memory in working.
No, it doesn't look like we're going to see the PSP team of Sam and Sharma first out. You can see Glenn Head down there. Glenn and Haley Head in the HRE Head Racing machine, the 1NZ. We cast our eye across to the PSP tent.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like his helmet's going on though, so that could be a good thing. They might be just running just a little bit out of order, but that's okay. We'll cast our attention to the chute now, and you will see the 1NZ, the Head Racing Engines machine of Glenn Head and Haley Head. Of course, finished the wrong way up down at Featherston. They'll want to put that past them.
Wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Will they be cautious? I don't know.
Good to see them back out today, though.
Fantastic. Yep. Put it back together. Enough to get them through today, and then they'll have a bit more work to do going into the next round.
They're all pretty cautious, aren't they? Trying to get this rotation right, I think.
I don't know if we've got issues with the timing loop there. It's blowing as the water comes through. But this is looking like a good run from Glenn and Haley, of course. On track, mentally prepare for the day. They get out there and study this rotation, walk the track a couple of times, go through it in their head. They all have different ways of remembering how they're going to go through this rotation. They're talking to some of them down there before. They tell each other a little story, and they've got different parts of the track. That's a good run. That's a fantastic run. No transponder on that boat.
Oh no!
The timing loop looks like it's flashing down there, Matt. It was blown away in the wash there, mate. I don't know if that could be an issue as well. No, transponder's okay. Fantastic.
They don't tend to work if they haven't got one on the boat, though.
That's correct. That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the last run for the Superboats? Helmets on, helmets off. Frantically, some action happening over there in
maybe later
the PSP tent.
Yeah.
Is that the machine of Phil Dick we can see scrolling around there? The number 47 boat, I think it is.
Oh, look, he's got a
pointing the wrong way.
Going
he's not going to
go
well
here. Oh, he's backed it up a bit.
He's not going to get through to the track going that way or the wrong way. Now he's turned the boat round and facing the right way. So that's good. The Ghost machine, Phil Dick, Hayden Digby Smith.
All right.
Both out of Hamilton. Phil being an engineer, designer, 600 cubic inch big block, over 1,000 horsepower. The Jet Design Co. 9 cubic inch jet unit and the Jet Design Co. H1 hull. Let's see what these guys have got. Of course, they were putting everything together till the late last night.
Yeah.
So they'll start off a bit cautiously, just try and get through the first rotation. This is Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith out on track. They'll just want to get this one under their belt, I think. Like I said, talking to them last night, just want to be cautious and get through and getting out on through the rotation, getting a qualifying time and parking it back on the trailer for the first round will be enough for them. But just seeing what's sitting behind them, it must be nerve-wracking, Choco, when you're sitting in the boat like that with that big engine behind you, when it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. You know, that must be frustrating.
Yeah, I'd say so. Going the wrong way.
Not only do they have to negotiate that, but they have to remember to go the the right way, of course, like you're saying. So, and they've got to come back and get on track, as we see drivers down here just checking out, the rotation and see if he can get back on track now. He have to come back. He sure is.
Back in again.
Back round between us. Very cautious approach. Is just buying some time for the PSP team of Sam Newdick and Sharma Putranui.
That corner there's going to be good later on in the day, isn't it?
That's
gone wrong again.
Do you reckon that's going to be the money corner?
Yeah. That little switchback in the middle there.
No, this is not going to be a good start to the day for Phil Dick and Hayden Digby-Smith. They're going to head back to the ramp, are they? Not going to come right.
Put it away.
Yep, park it up. Sounding okay, but that'll be a DNF for those fellas, unfortunately. A couple of those we're seeing earlier on in the day, so let's hope that all disappears.
So we got one more.
Looks like we are going to see Sam and Sharma out on the water.
Nice. Yeah, right.
Sam Newdick and Sharma Putranui. Sharma, of course, coming up from Ashburton, flew up yesterday. So she flew over. She said happy birthday as they come over the South Wairarapa there for you, mate. And, of course, up to Sam from Hamilton and the PSP racing machine, the 575 cubic inch big block V8, 1,000 horsepower Sprint Tech G-Force hull with an SDM 8.75 cubic inch with a Sprint Tech twist in there.
Yeah. When you get a chance to get down there at lunchtime, you want to go and have a look at this boat. It's just a beautiful little boat, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, parked alongside them under their tent, of course, is Ollie's new Sprint Tech boat, which we talked a bit about in Featherston, and came out all guns blazing in qualifying one. So
did Sam.
Yep. Let's see. We've got, of course, following this last run, we'll be back into the Group Bs. Just a few issues there getting Phil Dick's boat back onto the trailer. But they get the nudge, they get the thumbs up from Lou.
Yep.
Get pushed off the trailer.
Can't wait to see this boat at the end of the day.
Oh, they just get quicker and quicker, don't they, Choco?
Oh, yeah, it's a bit exciting.
And we see them will it be a cautious approach from the PSP team, or will they come out firing? Of course, they chased Glenn and Haley.
It's all about their rotation, isn't it? If he's confident he's got the rotation nailed, he'll want to see what the boat's like as well, and then climb into it, I reckon.
Yeah, some beautiful shots coming out of the live stream from iFilm. Of course, it's free to get on the live stream today. So it's, jump on. You can get the link off the Facebook page. Big shout out to all those guys watching. I know I got a message from Kyle Patrick over there in the USA to say he would be watching. So big shout out to them and all those other racers that wish they could be here, but unfortunately they can't be. But we send a big shout out to you and a big Merry Christmas, and we're thinking of you all. Hope you're enjoying the coverage coming out today. There's a good split time to start with too, 33.224 through the centre of the track. Still a very cautious approach though.
Yeah.
Even though it's going to be quick.
He's got it right though, eh?
Yeah, he's still going to post a 58.05. That's not too bad. It's a good start. At least he posts the time. So, yeah, that's not too bad at all. 58.05. Good way to start.
It is.
And round out.
Very good.
Qualifying one. We head back to the top of the field. And we're going to get Phil and Lisa off the trailer. Just see Timmy Betts there telling Tim to slow down. Take it easy getting it on the trailer. See Paddy Hayden just coming down to the ramp there. Of course, been around the sport a while too, hasn't he?
He has. I remember
Paddy and Jay.
Fronting up in Group B.
Actually, I'll tell you
a few years back.
Little story here, Choco. This will blow your mind. We found on the desk here a Jetsprint program from 2013, and actually Paddy Hayden. Actually, there's quite a few familiar faces in this program. Look there, Sam Newdick in a Group A boat.
Yep.
Ollie Silverton as a navigator.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, I know. I was around in those days. Blair Gibbard.
Yeah, there you
He's
go.
still got that boat there, Blair Gibbard.
So
I was
there's,
talking to him, trying to get him to get it out. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we'll have a look at that during the during the
good
break
idea.
because that's a bit of a souvenir, that one. Been up in the commentary box a long time.
Yeah.
As we flick our attention back to, now can they keep it on the track? The Blue Flame machine of Dave and Millie Simmons, father and daughter, went a bit haywire down here in the bottom corner of this here, but got to negotiate it, take a nice line. That's much better, Dave. Through the centre of the track. Of course, Pip will be up there on the bank screaming at these two.
She will.
As they come back past the commentary box. Millie, of course, being the navigator for John Very in the Group B boat last year, but she stepped up, wanted to get into a real boat, she told me, and get alongside Dan. And that's a good split time for them, a 32.619. Back through this tricky part of the course, through the zigzag. Around the Lucas Oils hairpin. Just cautiously took that. Back up to the nut part of the track. Look at that, that's a nice run so far for them. This LSA Vortex Supercharger, and this will be a great confidence booster for Dave and Millie, a 58.134. Pip will be happy with that up there on the platform. What a great run
Correct
from
rotation.
them, and went the right way, got a good time, and didn't get onto an island. So, and I see you've got a hot dog in your hand, Choco.
He just handed it to me.
Oh, there we go.
What can I say?
Maybe I've faded away and he can't see me over this side of the box, but that's okay. That's no problem. All my cameraman Dino out here. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm sure you said you didn't want one.
No, it's bad.
I remember that.
Bad for my figure. Anyway, casting our attentions across to the boat ramp now, we will see
Robert White
and Lisa Glubb heading out.
They're a little bit annoyed with that pole right there.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Yeah, that's in a precarious position. That post, it's caused a little bit of issue for a couple of boats. They just need to come off back a bit further.
Yeah.
But we'll sort that out. The Devil's Advocate coming out. And they have shown some speed straight off the bat. We thought this was going to get interesting as they do that long sweep of the course to start with before they start having to manoeuvre their way through the around the islands. They're looking sharp, these two. Robert White and Lisa Glubb.
Done a bit of travelling too over the break, haven't they?
They sure have. They sure have. Robert from Invercargill, Lisa from Haast, of course. Through the centre of the track. That's the tricky part. As we said, it's been catching a few boats out.
Later on, as they start picking up the pace, that's going to be definitely a corner to watch.
Definitely will be, Choco. I'm with you there. As they come back now towards us, this is going to be a good time for these guys. 55.012 as they come down to wind up. That's good too. That's a good confidence booster. A really good confidence booster for those guys who last time posted a 61. So a 55, some few seconds quicker, that is for sure. And they'll be happy with that run, that is for sure.
Oh.
It's all right, Choco.
The
boss has just walked into the commentary box. You're allowed to turn your microphone off. That's okay. It's all quiet on the ramp. That's never a good sign. We've got Lou over there. I think we should have turning our attention to Paddy and Jay Hayden. Just waiting for them to come off the ramp. The clouds are disappearing too, Choco. The nice blue sky coming through, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, geez, we might have to get the caps on if we go out there.
Definitely put your PSP cap on, mate. I hope you brought yours.
Yep.
You did? You remembered?
Yeah, got a shirt too.
Yeah, I see that. Good boy. Good boy. Glad you got dressed this morning.
Yeah.
And you've had a hot dog, so tick that box as well. I won't get told off.
Yeah, I feel a whole lot better.
I won't get told off
down
for,
to Baxter's, get yourself a hot dog, some chips.
Yeah, of course. I noticed that at the back
Mussel
there.
fritters too.
Mussel fritters out there too. Ooh. So hot dogs, hot chips.
Have to say that a bit louder.
Mussel fritters.
Mussel fritters.
No, it's good. Great to see a good crowd here so far. You all having a good day so far? Give us a big wave. Everyone give us a big wave. Yeah, fantastic. Good stuff. Hopefully we're providing you with some expert comments Oh, some of you will disagree.
Yeah.
In fact, most of you will disagree. We have a lot of fun up here in the commentary box, so...
Slim's the expert.
Oh, not at all, not at all. Expert on talking rubbish. That's what my wife always says.
Yeah.
But that's okay. But no, we'll...
kind of get that same thing too, Slim. Don't worry about it, mate.
So this track... So you've raced on this track, Choco?
Yes. Yes, and
so
numerous times.
What class, mate?
Would you like me to show you which corner we crashed on?
Yeah, where was that? You tell us, mate. Was it the sponsors?
Up by the red tractor.
Up by the red tractor. What did you do,
Come
mate?
up the front straight here, round the top, clip the inside of the island. Boat was brand new, first run out.
Oh, no way. Did you go through the fence?
No, we went up on a side and then the roll cage went in first against the fence.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then another time, but he went over the back of the pond over there.
That's no good. Let's hope nothing like that happens today as we see the schizo machine of Paddy Hayden and Jay Hayden, his lovely wife, out on track. They were very cautious for the first run. Still no time on the screen for them. They maybe haven't got their transponder sorted out. We hope
That's a little annoying, isn't it?
We hope we can get that sorted out. But they won't be cautious at all. He's definitely not here to make up the numbers, that's for sure, Paddy Hayden. Oh, a little bit, tugging it a little bit too deep.
He has got a transponder on there too.
As he went through there.
Might be flat, eh?
We're just not picking it up, unfortunately. But he'll be okay. So he runs through the centre there. Yeah, look at that. This is nice. A nice comeback from Paddy after being towed in. So didn't post a time in that last one.
Got it sorted now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's back on track, and that's a good time.
Makes you wonder whether he forgot to fill that up last time.
Maybe.
Maybe.
55.973. They'll be happy with that. They will be happy with that. 55.973. That's better than your time, Mel. You didn't start your watch. No, that's fantastic. So, they've got to be happy with that.
Heard anything how the bikes went yesterday? Was it a good day?
I know they were very loud.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we could hear them from here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they were very loud.
Speaking been around a long time, that meeting, hasn't it?
It has. And speaking of loud, there's none more louder than the twin-turbo machine of Rob and Ange Coley that's just coming out on screen now because he had a couple of issues in qualifying one. Looks like he's got that sorted out because he's back out there.
Hopefully it's all good too because we want to see him at the end of the day, don't we?
Definitely, and we just want to see if he gets through this rotation now. You'll just want to get there and post a time just to finish, right? Just to 100%. Get on the board. Just to get on the board. Through the centre of the track there, round past all the spectators, still very cautious though. Again, didn't post that time in that first round, so this will be round one for them.
It's gone off again, hasn't it?
Same spot.
Yeah, might have to shoot back down the... Well, he lives up here now, doesn't he, Rob?
He does live here.
He can just shoot home and grab the other boat.
Funnily enough, you say that, Choco, that happened last year.
Did it?
And that's exactly what he did, but just came back. Obviously didn't collect any points because he can't chuck a second boat in.
Yeah.
But, unfortunately, that it just
sounds a bit crook, eh?
Sounded the same, but he'll still get round. And, this was the same boat they started with last time. He'll post a 66.294, but, doesn't sound that flash for Rob and Ange Coley, but that's okay. They've posted a time, so that's all good too. It's a good little viewing spot out here. Down out here in front of the commentary box. We've got a few spectators, which is good. We've got Jess sit down there just analysing the track a little bit more. Not that she can get too much wrong. She sits next door to Ollie Silverton, so Ollie does all the work, she tells me. She just has to... Oh, no, that was Sharma that said that. That was Sharma and the other PSP boat that said that. She just sits here and is along for the ride.
Ollie's definitely got the rotation nailed down, though.
I'll tell you what, though, Choco, these girls got time to do their damn nails in the boat.
Oh, yeah, well, they always say if someone's really good at something that looks like they're not that quick, but they are... And they have time, don't they?
That's right.
Like Dan Carter. He's got time.
Talking of nice nails, she's out there on the track at the moment. Sam Newdick and Shamo Petranui.
Oh, that boat sits on the water good.
It sure does. Of course, he'll be chasing that the NZ title. He won't care which one. Well, I think he will. He'll want the one NZ, of course, take it off Glen Head and Haley Head. But, of course, he's... Oh, just clipped the tie wall as he went through there.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too wide.
Yeah.
But didn't upset them at all. That split time of 28.42 as he goes around the nut part of the track, back through the centre. Look for the big fish. Still not going 100% where this boat can go, though, and still posts a time of 52.292, which
Cruising
was
too.
quicker, 6 seconds quicker than his last time with that glitch. Whoa, that could have cost them a second. Don't know, but they can go faster than that too. Don't worry about that. They can go faster than that.
Yeah, dead right there.
Of course,
a lot faster.
Quickest time of the day so far belongs to Cy Gibbon with a 49. So Ruben Hoxema and Jake Wood looking to come out on track.
Just casting my eye around out the back here, I notice Bevan Muir walking up the road, coming in down here.
Ruben Hoxema and Jake Wood out on track at the moment in the 2JZ 3.4 litre S2000 turbo rotary. Diggs, listen to the sounds, a distinct sound difference, isn't there?
Yeah.
Between...
6-cylinder, isn't it?
Yes. Bounces through that wash there. Again, nice line.
Into it though, doesn't it?
Yeah, nice line through there. And as I said before, growing in confidence is Ruben. Of course, the first time I saw him race was out in Hastings, but a couple of years ago, and he was had the slowest time ever recorded on the Hastings track. But he certainly made amends for that. And of course, we've got to be nice to him today because it is his birthday.
It is.
Very happy birthday to Ruben Hoxema. Back through the centre of the track, he's really picked up some speed here.
Ooh,
this is going to be a good time, a 54.739.
Yep, he's in there.
Wow, great time. Great time. They've really shaved it off, a 54.739. It's now 1-1.
Just while I remember, his major sound difference is a big single drop. Big single. So he's got quite far done.
Okay.
So that's mostly what he does. Yeah.
Oh, well, there we go. So I've just been told he's got a single turbo as opposed to a twin turbo. And it's big. So that's the distinct sound difference you can hear off the back of Ruben's boat.
Look at these three monkeys down the front here. Blair, Baden and Bevan.
Yeah, look at that.
They've all got boats, all standing on the sideline.
Races. They could be out on the water making these fields up, but we go back to the Wicked 2 machine of Scott Donald and Nicole Reesby out on track. These guys worked really hard, as I said, to get the boat back on the water.
Yep.
And they're starting to wind it up now. Starting to get a bit more exciting as they come back past the commentary box through the centre of the track. Just make amends of that nasty part of the track there. Around the PSP sweeper.
He's climbing into it now too, isn't he?
He's starting to put his foot down, Choco. Yeah. That's exactly right. A split time of 31.160. Bounces through that centre part of the track. Around the Lucas Oil hairpin. Some great footage there from Dino on the iFilm live stream. You see those pictures on the big screen, folks? Look at this. This is going to be a great time for the Wicked 2 machine. A 54.960. They'll be happy with that.
Drop down into the low 50s, aren't they?
Yeah, they're starting to find starting to find it now. And of course, we're looking for Glenn and Haley Head. They are there. Thank you, Blake. Going to be pushed off the back. Of course, everyone's running out of order today. It's a commentator's nightmare when you've got to flick back through the notes. We're going to see the 47, number 47, the ghost of Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith. Pushed off the track. He's done it again. He's gone the wrong way. They're trying to negotiate that post, I think, right in the middle of the ramp. I think that's the issue there, Choco.
You reckon?
Managed to do that. He's turned around the right way. He's going to come out to get the green light.
Yep.
Look for the all clear. Watch for the acceleration to come out of the chute. Crowd still rolling in here at Shelter View. Fantastic to see.
He hasn't got one under his belt yet, has he? The creek rotation.
Correct. That's right.
So he's going to have to pull his socks up here and get something sorted.
Just get a
which it
time.
looks like he is.
Just get a time. Back that way through the hairpin. That's what these guys want to do. The ones that got a DNF last round, of course, will want to just post a time. It's a little bit cautious through there.
Yeah. Got a loose reverse bucket going on out there. Bucket, lid, sorry, lid.
Of course, that post, that's a bit of an issue too, that something like that happening, bouncing away, a bit of a distraction. You can hear a noise in the back and you're not quite sure what it is from the driver's seat, of course. Just negotiates that. He's still on track. Around that time, look at that reverse bucket on the back, folks. Have a look at the top lid as he goes back. And then whenever he hits a little bit of rough water, you'll see it bounce. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It comes up there. He's gone the wrong way. He just had to come back through the centre. He's realised it too. They've got to go back right round and then re-enter the way that they went wrong and come back into the right part of the track. Still hasn't done that.
I'm confused.
Needed to come right back round and come back through the centre, through the zigzag, and then do that. So didn't get on that. If he doesn't correct that, they will not post a time. Still not realising. Well, I think he thinks he has realised that he has done it, but of course he had to come back through the centre of the track, do the zigzag, come back round the PSP sweeper for the finish. So that'll be a DNF for Phil and
glad you were here,
Hayden.
bud. I was a bit confused then.
It's all right, Choco.
I knew you went the wrong way, I just didn't know how to correct it. Story of my life.
Never happened when you were racing, though, did it, Choco?
No.
No, of course
Hell
not.
no.
Of course not. So we see the Head Racing Engines team of Glenn and Haley Head, the 1NZ. Just about to get the all clear from Lou, our ramp supervisor. Does a fantastic job out there. Ollie Silverton down there checking out the times. Yes, Cy Gibbon did a 49. That's what it reads there, Ollie. Good man. He gave me a thumbs up. I thought I was probably going to get another
he might have known.
Another digit, but I didn't, so that's okay. Yeah. But no, competition's always good and nice and early too, so he'll be looking forward to that. As we see Glenn and Haley coming out the chute. They were a little bit cautious by their standards qualifying one.
Yeah.
So,
and he'll be wanting to nail it down too, especially after Featherston.
Yep, definitely.
Bloody hard on himself, that boy.
He'll want to make amends.
Yeah.
As we talk him into it, he puts the foot down coming out of the chute. This thing just hums around the track. Cuts through the middle. They get out and we spoke to them earlier on in the day and, what did they do different here? They had to mentally repair, of course, after an incident like the rollover in Featherston to get the back on track. But they seem to have done that around the
Did bend the hull down in Featherston too, didn't he?
Yeah, did. Yeah, he pushed a bit out. But they did enough work to get it back on track.
Yep.
And then, of course, with the gap to the next round, they'll do a little bit more work to get it back up to where it was. So you can forgive them for the boat being a little bit under the weather from the time restraints. Of course, everyone's got a day job, and then to put this together. This is going to be a good time, though. 48.252.
Just like that, eh?
He's now the quickest time of the day.
Can't be too much wrong with that boat.
48.252.
Hey?
We didn't sort of talk him up too much in case we did that in Featherston and he tipped over. So we're a little bit cautious up here now, Choco. But that's a great run for Glenn and Haley. They will really appreciate that. Fantastic. Back.
I know the microphone will work from up there.
No, you're not sitting up there all day. No, great spot. A great spot, I'm told, to watch the racing. So if you haven't been up there, get in touch with Dave. Jump on the Facebook page for the next round and get up and spend the day up there. As out comes the Blue Flame machine of Dave Simmons and Millie Simmons. Yeah. Posted a good time before after that little bit of a faux pas in qualifying one. It was that turn there that got him into trouble. Negotiated that. Boat's been parked up in the shed for a couple of seasons. They decided to bring it back out. Oh, we're still a little bit wide.
Yeah, getting wide there, eh? Yeah, yep.
His lovely wife Pip will be up on the back watching and cheering for these guys, along with the rest of my family who's come down for camping trip to the Wanganui. Great to be down here too. Round the Lucas Oil's hairpin.
That thing's got some good punch out of the hole, isn't it?
Sure has.
When he stands on it, it sort of gets out of the water pretty quick.
Good quality Penrite oil behind that machine too.
Yeah.
Great. Well, that's a good time. 54.042. That's a great time for them. That's their best time. Knocked 4 seconds off their qualifying 2 time. So after that brain fade in the first round, they've certainly come back.
They're all starting to get on the
Dave
gas
and Millie,
now, aren't
they certainly
get their
are.
rotation sorted.
They certainly are getting on the gas, that is for sure. We like seeing that.
We do.
We definitely like seeing that.
We do. So what's the plan? We got another qualifying round after this? Or are we going to lunch?
No, we go to qualifying 4.
Oh, yep.
And then we'll have a lunch break, Choco.
Sounds good.
No, it's certainly the action's starting to hot up as we see 47,
going down
the
to
Ghost
the ramp.
coming out. Now these guys, as I said, were working into the night last night to get this boat on the water. Some great commitment. And they are looking the goods so far. It's good to see them out there. Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith, as I said, woke me up this morning with firing that up on the boat ramp. It was a lovely way to be woken up.
Yeah.
Sound of a...
wouldn't be too bad away, would it?
600 cubic inch big block, over 1,000 horsepower. The Jet Design Co. H1 hull. The Jet Design Co. 9 cubic inch jet unit behind them.
Takes a little bit of getting used to these big blocks too. They've got such a big centrifugal force in the back of the boat. When you put your foot down, on some of them you can actually see the back of the boat move.
Yeah.
You know, sideways, not any other way.
Yeah. And that's, like I said, having that behind you, you've got to have a lot of confidence in the engine you've got behind you. So
yeah, definitely.
So you're always sort of listening for different sounds to come out of there, of course, as they'll come down to post a time of 68.306 for Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith. So listening for something to go wrong, if it does, like we noticed with Rob Coley's
you
boat.
really need to try and shut that out, don't you? And just worry about where you're going and the rotation and those things which are a lot more important. You kind of hope that your boat's going to be all right, don't you?
Well, you do. You've got to put your confidence in what's behind you, right? So, yeah, most definitely.
And to be fair, if there is an engine issue or something goes wrong while you're out there, you do hear it straight away. And, I'll try and deal with that issue, whether you shake it off and keep going or just stop. Who knows? That's
right. As we see the Devil's Advocate on screen now from Robert White and Lisa Glubb out of Invercargill and Haas, respectively. As they come back through, they negotiate for the first time the Lucas Oil's hairpin.
He's on the gas too, isn't he?
He is, Choco. You've nailed it there, mate. He is on the gas. He's out there meaning business this time. Digs it in around that part of the track. Oh, jeepers, there we go.
There we go.
Dug it in a bit too far.
That's a nice gentle out.
Dug it in
we can live with those ones.
Yeah, he dug it in just a wee bit too far.
Yeah.
Wow.
Drifted a bit wide, coming through that little tricky bit through the middle.
He sure did. And the first time today we park it up. So we're going to take this opportunity to take a quick water break as they endeavour to get the boat out there to get them offshore. See, we're just about ready to go for Paddy Hayden and his lovely wife, Jay Hayden. Hey, look, we've just had a note handed to us. We'll get back to that we've got an update on Robbie, our race director, who couldn't be with us today, as we just wait for Paddy and Jay to come flying out. As they take that very cautious approach again.
Yeah.
But that won't be the...
won't be like that for all day,
no, definitely not, Choco, definitely not.
He's starting to climb into it now too. Easy. But he cut that corner.
He climbed into it a little bit too. See ya. As he comes round the PSP sweeper. in and out there. Untidy stuff.
That unsettles the boat there.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that corner for the rest of the day, folks. I think we're going to see a little bit of action right there.
Yeah, well, so we've seen our first one on the bank. We don't want to see too many more as we see Paddy Hayden get past with a time of 52.7. That's a great run for him. And, wow, 52.7. That's their fastest time of the day. As our backup clocks have stopped at exactly the right time. That's they didn't even plan
Both
that.
together.
52.76 for Paddy and Jay. They will be happy with that as the turbo machine of the Mouthfresh comes off the trailer. Robin Ange Coley, the Poison Ivy machine.
So has Rob got through a rotation yet? I don't think we have seen him do a full rotation, have we?
He's posted a time.
58.1.
Yep, passed at a time. He's got a 66.
Well, that's all right. Hopefully he sorted out those issues with his boat
we're not
so we can get him through to the end of the day into the eliminations, because he's definitely one that we want to see.
Definitely want him to be part of the run to the end of the day. That's dead right.
Yeah.
As we just take in the dulcet tunes of that machine of Robin Ange Coley, the Mouthfresh man, sponsored by Slick and Global Products. Of course, this is his home track. Just at this point here when he comes back through, and if he's catching a bit of weed or something, but no, they're not happy.
Strange,
Same
Sounds
thing.
like it's running out of fuel or something, doesn't it?
Don't
When
quite
he gets
know.
into some big G's.
We'll try and catch up with them at the lunch break to find out exactly what may be going wrong. But that's another DNF for Rob Coley. Not happy. So just I mentioned there before that Robbie McNabb, who's usually our race directors here, has not the best at all. He had a bad night. He's on the mend though, so he's not up for the food. He's actually spent the night in hospital, so the food's not up to his standard, and he'll be certainly giving them out. But he wishes all the best and a safe and good day, and looking forward to catching up with everyone maybe at the next round. So our thoughts go out to Robbie McNabb, who is not the best at the moment, but we wish him all the very best, and he's a great integral part of our setup here. And of course, while we're talking about Robbie McNabb, of course at Anzac weekend next week as next year, you can join us for the celebrating the jet boats in Palmerston North, the 50th year of Central District's jet sprinting, as we see Sam Udick and Sharma Putranui out on track at the moment. He's really put his foot down this time. Maybe I upset him by saying he hadn't come out yet, but I don't know. But he's certainly leaving nothing out there, or just dug it in a little bit too much.
A little bit wide. He got out of the throttle there, just to settle the boat again.
You could just hear him back off, couldn't you?
Yeah.
27.847 split time. He's still on the money though.
I think Sam's still struggling with the rotation a little bit too.
Yeah, they'll get there, mate. He'll nail that by the end of the day. Don't worry about that. Comes back through that difficult part of the course that everyone's found the zigzag, round the PSP sweeper. This will be an all right time of 50.185. He won't be happy with that though.
No, he won't be, but he definitely wasn't hard out either, was he?
No, he won't. That's his best time. And we said that last time. He won a 58, then he went to a 52, and now he's done a 50, and it's still not his best.
And there's no way that boat was on the limit.
Definitely
no way.
Definitely not. Definitely not. So, still a quality act, though. A quality act.
It is. Who we got coming in here?
This should be the Turbo Extreme 3NZ.
Yeah.
Ruben Hoxema and Jake Wood. Let's see what these guys can do, because they posted a great time.
Wonder if he's the same age as me.
Definitely not.
I don't think
Way
so.
younger. 54.739 he posted in the last round. So we'll see if they can do the goods this time.
Boat's looking new, a bit newer and shinier from Featherston Slim.
Sure is. They've
done a bit of a scrub up and got a bit of paint on her.
Done a little bit of work on that, and as we talked about there before, so that's the single turbo they've got as opposed to the twin turbo that most of these other boats have got. Oh, there must be something down here in the water that's causing a little bit of an issue for these boats, because
I think they're just trying too hard. That's all it is.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. They head back past the bank there. Oh, a little bit
Jesus.
wide. Yeah, no.
That wasn't pretty, was it?
And then almost bit the bank on the other side as he goes round the Lucas Oil's hairpin, heading back up to the top of the track, heading up to Dave's shed there. Through the centre. What's he going to do? It's really tapped out. 54.441 for Ruben and Jake.
It's just not got it nailed yet, has he, Ruben? He's sort of taking 2 or 3 bites at some of the corners and squaring them up. And
He is, but that's his quickest time of the day, though.
Yeah.
They did a 54.7.
just shows if he nails a good one.
Exactly. So he's still up there, you know. They can still get up there and
Well, he
do
definitely
it.
dug it in on the bottom here, on this bottom hairpin.
Yep.
Cost him time, and then as you're going around the top, up to the other end of the track, the corners are starting to get a bit square, you know what I mean? So all that's costing seconds or milliseconds.
Valuable time, right? Valuable time.
Yeah, 100%. But a lot to be said for experience too, isn't there? You know,
Absolutely.
the more racing you do, the better you get.
Yeah, more time in the seat. You hear us refer to that quite a bit. Seat time is very, very important, right? As we see the Wicked 2
Scott
machine.
Donald, Nicole.
Yeah, Scott, and of course, they're down from your neck of the woods there, Choco. Scott, Donald, Nicole Reesby.
Scotty had a hand in the Wairarapa track right at the beginning. We built that together, and a couple of the other boys as well.
No, and a fantastic track it is down there too.
It's been around a long time, Scotty. I drove in Group B with Scott. I double drove his boat. Oh, it was the first time I ever drove a boat.
Look
it
at
was
that.
Group B in Taupo of all places.
30.122 the split for Scott Donald and Nicole Reesby as they manoeuvre their way through the centre of that track. They'll have to nail this hairpin nicely. They do. Get out of there with a nice bit of power up to the nut part of the track. As they come back through the centre, through the zigzag, just buttoned off a wee bit through the zigzag. Round the PSP sweeper, 52.923 the time.
It's okay, isn't it?
Still quick though. It's still quick. Still quick.
Yeah. Who we got coming out now?
We should have Glenn Head and Haley Head.
Yeah, they're sitting there waiting.
The last one's out for the all-powerful Mouth Fresh Superboats. Reverse bucket gets activated. Pushed off the trailer. What's going to happen here, Choco? They just get held up. Waiting for that the thumbs up on the lights. Backs it up a wee bit. Just checking that out.
It's kind of frustrating, that sort of stuff, isn't it?
Oh, it
You're
is.
sitting in the chute waiting.
Of course, I wouldn't know that because I've never done it. But out they go. Ticks over the start-finish line. The clock's on. Watch for this guy to really start putting the pedal to the metal. Nice bit of manoeuvring through that part of the track there.
He's doing
Look
a
at
great
that.
job.
Yeah, guts on now. Tell you what, the foot's down. Certainly got this rotation nailed now. Got it nice and steady as he come round the PSP sweeper for the first time. Up past the bank. Back through the zigzag part of the track. Look at that, side to side. Fantastic run. Back around the Lucas Oil's hairpin. Up towards the top of the track. Oh, these guys are looking the goods.
Very
Come down
smooth.
here. Got to nail this time. What's he going to do? 48.036. He's getting quicker as well. Did a 48.252 last time. 48.036. Wow, that's a good time.
Smooth as.
Hold him up. Still pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Still got more in it though.
Yeah,
I
that'll be
reckon.
interesting.
I reckon if he can go well, mate, I reckon he can do about a 45.
You reckon?
Yep. I reckon. As we
What do we got going on
Caster, we should be seeing the. Of course, we switch our attention to the Mouth Fresh Unlimited Superboats,
Superboats.
and we should be seeing the team of Dave Simmons and Millie Simmons, father and daughter. First time on the in the superboat for Millie. I was talking to her this morning, and you know she's navigated for John O'Very in the Group B boat last year. But we said, oh, you know, it's just the same boat, same seat, different boat, pretty much. You know, but she did say she shifted to this boat because she wanted a boat with a little bit more power that Jono's boat could give her. So jumped in with Dad Dave and talking about power just on cue as he accelerates immensely coming out of the chute. in this LSA Vortex Supercharger, a Stinger ISH hull, a 9-inch hydro pump powering the machine through this beautiful track here at Shelterview in Wanganui. Just digs it in a little bit too much. As there always looks like Millie's giving you a bit of a wave, but she's telling him to get round the corner, Dad.
Get going.
Get round the corner. Big run through the PSP sweeper. 29.277 the split time. Just grabs a bit of the island as he comes through there. Oh, this is a good run so far from these two.
Going on.
Oh, a little bit of a cough as he goes down the back.
Yeah.
Up to the part of the track we call the nut. Back through the centre. Oh, clips the island through there as well. Lost his time.
Oh.
Just over the line.
Don't want to get off that gas too early.
We lost the time.
Timing was, no, he didn't get under, hang on. Did he go the wrong way? Yeah, I think he did. He did. He's gone under, he's looking forward to part 5 times.
Yeah, well, there
so
was, we thought he had a rotational error, so it was, that will be a DNF.
Twice, and then picked up channel 6.
Oh, now we got a little bit of moisture coming down.
That will be a DNF for...
Makes you wonder what's
Dave
going to happen
and
with
Millie.
Wanganui when they have to cut down these pine trees.
No way. Won't happen.
Eh?
Won't happen.
We're not going to cut them down?
Nah.
Okay.
Not allowed to. Out comes the 47, the Ghost, Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith. Still that cautious approach as we do get a little shower of rain, but that's okay.
It is okay.
Umbrellas will go up, that'll pass. Don't worry about that. Was in the forecast, but we just weren't telling anybody that. As they go, swing through, still a cautious approach from these guys. So, as they wind it up through the middle.
Very quiet mufflers on their boat, aren't they?
They are very quiet. It's almost like they've got silencers on there.
Yeah.
Split time of 37.049. Under the gazebo is the place where you want to be. Just for this shower of rain comes through.
It's blue skies down that south end there, so hopefully it's just
It's rolling in.
passing shower.
It's Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith come around the PSP sweeper. And they'll pick up a time of 65.843. So, that's them done and dusted, qualifying round 4. As that rain starts to get a little bit heavier out there now.
It is.
No, not many people ducking for cover. Dino, my cameraman's getting a bit wet now. As we see the devil's advocate of Robert White and Lisa Glubb coming out on track. And they are
Not worried about the rain.
No, not at all. Well, they're in a boat, they're going to get wet anyway, aren't they? So they've certainly put their foot down this time out for these guys. Robert and Lisa. Robert from Invercargill, Lisa from Haast. As he swings through there, yeah, nice. Grabs that back through to flick back through the centre of the course. Looking good as they come past around the PSP sweeper. Split time of 29.495. Through the centre. Oh, up to the top part of the track.
He's doing a good job, Robert.
He sure is. Negotiating this as he bounces through the front of that boat, sticking up nice and high. Round the PSP sweeper. Pick up a time of 52.353. That's their best time of the day. 52.353. Great work from them. And they'll be happy with that.
They will be. Puts them up into third or fourth place now.
Yeah, and of course they've
They've
managed to negotiate that time. They, after not posting a time in the last one, parked it up on the side there and had to be rescued. Remember?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So they'll be happy to stay in the water this time.
And didn't do a lot of damage to the boat by the look of that time.
No, obviously not. obviously not. So we should be seeing Paddy and Jay Hayden come out now in the Schizo machine. Of course, Paddy and Jay both from Te Awamutu. Paddy is his own business. He's a piling and pond liner, and Jay is a clinical nurse specialist. Big block Chevy from Jay's mother's Daihatsu battery-powered Justy with an old Sprint Tech hull, an 8.5 cubic inch jet unit behind them. Sponsors Base Pro Pond and Piling, BDS, Tightening Graphics, Auto Electrics, Graphic FX, Painting, Dairy Tech and Bowers Concrete. As a cautious Paddy Hayden takes up the first run as he winds up to come round the tight right-hander through the centre of the course.
It doesn't look cautious.
No, it was. The start of it was cautious. It is by Paddy standards.
He's into it. Loving it.
He's not. Did mention to me it was nice to be back in the boat. 30.310 the split time. Door just in and out untidily through the centre of the course.
And that water, rain.
Just
if he hasn't got goggles on or glasses or something, it does get a bit painful, with the stinging of the rain.
Yeah, it can be a bit of a nuisance there. It is certainly coming down now out there as he comes around the PSP sweeper. Picks up a time of 56.799. That's that's a slower time. That's his slowest time of the day. But he'll blame the rain. Won't be driving out, that's for sure. The rain is certainly starting to come down now. So tell me about that, Choco. I know we get wet. How does that affect the sport, mate? What do we do?
Oh, mainly goggles, glasses, visors, things like that. If it gets too heavy, we definitely can't run superboats because they don't have the air cleaners on the top and things like that. Just got the injector trumpets. So the guys will call it if they don't want to run. They'll have a quick meeting on the ramp.
So it could be a good idea that we're just about at the lunch break.
Yeah, just at lunch, yeah.
All right. So we look to see Sam and Sharma head out onto the track. Won't affect them. They go fast, it'll just come straight off the helmet as he negotiates that part of the track. Becomes a sprint race to start as they head through the centre of the course. Sam, of course, is out of Hamilton, a drain layer from Hamilton. Sharma from Ashburton, she's an administrator down there.
Yeah, been in the sport a few years now.
Sure has. World champion. Split time 27.273. Tor tidily negotiates the zigzag through there, through the Lucas Oil hairpin, heading up to the top of the track. Round he comes, looking pretty good. Certainly stepped it up. 48.547.
Not bad in the rain.
He's starting to wind into it now. That's 2 seconds better than his last time. Some 10 seconds better than his first time out. So 48.547 for Sam Newdick in the rain.
In the rain.
Yeah.
It's not a bad effort, is it?
No, look, these guys, they won't faze them. A little bit of rain. Look, doesn't even faze the crowd. Look at them. Fantastic.
That's right.
It'll blow
Looks
over.
like it's just starting to calm down a little bit now too.
It'll blow over. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, look, it's over in those trees there now. Choco, the blue sky's following. Gets gone now.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's running over.
It's come right
Just
over.
the time of the lunch break. Give it time to dry out. Everyone pop down and get a hot dog and the lights.
Muscle fritter.
As we see the Turbo Extreme machine of Ruben Hoxema and Jake Wood. Certainly getting better and better. Posted a time for them the last time out of 54.041. They'll be looking to go better, of course. Ruben's birthday today. Be a great birthday present if he can get on the podium here at Shelter View in Wanganui. Negotiates the centre of the track beautifully. Around the PSP sweeper for the first time to pick up a split time of 30.394. It's back through the centre of the track. Lucas Oil's hairpin. Oh, this is nice. This is looking good from in the single turbo machine of Ruben Hoxema and Jake Wood. Round the PSP sweeper. What's he got? A 53.775. That's not bad at all for him. 53.775. He is one of the guys that is getting confident the more times he gets in the boat. From the guy that got the slowest lap time in Hastings to posting that time of a 53.775 some 2 years later here in Wanganui. He is doing an absolutely fantastic job behind the wheel of that boat.
Doing a great job.
It's almost impressive by your standards there, Choco.
It is.
The Wicked 2 machine
Very
of Scott.
Good little pedigree there, though, isn't it? Old Dad, Eric Hock, Seaman.
Yeah, well, Dad's been
years back.
around a long time in this game. So
he used to keep the rescue crew busy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm glad
to see Ruben hasn't picked up his habit.
Just going to say that.
Oh, Scotty.
No. Just
nice and
maybe
gentle,
picked up a bit of weed coming through. No, didn't see what happened there. We might even try and get a replay if we can on the big screen as we
sort of popped and died.
It did as he shot out. Here comes the replay on the big screen. Just check out exactly. We'll try and work out what happened as he shot out there and then just died. Yeah. Just don't quite know what.
No, hopefully there's nothing too serious.
No.
When you see things like that, it's kind of worrying sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is.
It just stops all of a sudden.
But that's okay. So we'll while we just get those guys, we do see Glenn head down on the ramp there. So we'll get that done, and then I dare say we'd be just about moving into a lunch break. But we'll get back to a little bit more smoke on the water. We'll be back with you real soon. Oh, fantastic! Right.
So we want to see a 48.5, don't we?
You reckon? Glenn head, Haley head.
Yeah.
What can they do? Won't have to wait long as he shoots out. Foot down to the floor. Only knows one speed, this man, the 1NZ. Glenn Head and his wife Haley in the navigator's seat.
I reckon he's on for a 47.
A 47?
Yeah.
You reckon a 47?
Yeah. He's going
as he
good.
goes through the centre of the track, round the PSP sweeper to take a split time of 26. A little bit of a cough as he went through there. Don't know if he's backed off or there's a little bit of trouble. Seems to be just down in front of the commentary box here. That's where the issues are happening. Up to the top.
26.
Up to the top, through there. And around the sweeper. This is going to be a good time. 47.065. Wow.
Messiah.
He's come to play, this fella, today.
Spoken.
Making amends after Featherston.
47, that'll give Sam something to think about over lunch.
It sure will. And speaking of which, it is the lunch break, folks. So qualifying 4 is done and dusted. If you want to pop down and have a look in the pits, you're more than welcome to. It is a no smoking zone though, of course, but you wander through and have a look at the boats, get your photos taken with your favourite boater, get some posters, get the likes, and you might even catch up with Choco and myself wandering around there. We're going to take a quick break. About half an hour, we'll see you back on the track. They've been looking the goods all day. Let's see what can come of this one. Of course, this is the last qualifying round 5, and then we move in to the knockout stage. Of course, we've got a top 9, then we go to a top 6, and then we go to the all crucial top 3 to see which way this is going to stand on the podium.
What's he done?
Huh? So, as out comes the blue flame of Dave Simmons and Millie Simmons.
No.
The big loop of the track. Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
Through there.
A lot better. A little bit wide on that one.
Yeah, a little bit. Comes round through there. Was pretty confident at the lunch break. He was on the laptop looking at all of the work and the printouts of what this machine was doing. That's a good split time too, 29.416. Oh, just got out of trouble. Bit the island, bounced through that zigzag part of the track, recovered brilliantly. as he goes around through the nut part of the track, get through the zigzag, round the big sweeper. Oh, good time, 52.110, a 52.110, that's their best time of the day. Fantastic work from Dave and Millie Simmons.
Dropped that by 2 seconds. That's
what a fantastic run. I'll tell you what, there'll be some excited people on the Simmons pit crew up there also, and the ones on the bank, they'll be jumping for joy. That was a great run, and a big hands in the air from his lovely partner Pip. Great job. Great job.
Was a good job. Excellent.
Now the Ghost, I've handed some paper. So they finished building this last night, Boxing Day. Never moved under its own power until qualifying one. There you go. That's why they're a little bit cautious.
Yeah.
It's a brand new boat. The driver's never driven a superboat with this much power. The HRE engine is awesome, to quote. So that's why you can forgive him if he's a little bit cautious. It's a brand new boat. But I'll tell you what, he gets through this round. Look out round 3. He'll really
all
see
about
what
building
it can do.
confidence, isn't
That's
it?
what it is. So we talked about it all day. The seat time is important, especially in a brand new machine. So if we can do that, we should be home and hosed. But Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith doing a great job so far. They've only... yeah, well, that's not too bad, Choco. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Just looks like the front of that boat's in the water a bit deep. Needs to pull it out a bit. It's starting to knife when he gets his foot into it a bit quicker.
Give it a bit more juice, you reckon it'll take off?
Yeah, maybe get there. There you go.
Just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Good time. 64.162.
Lift their nose up a little bit, maybe.
64.162. Good run for them. They'll appreciate that. Fantastic work for only being in the water first time today. That is fantastic stuff. The Devil's Advocate on their way out. Rob White and Lisa Glubb from Invercargill and Haast. They've looked good on the water all day. First round in Featherston, they were there as well.
He gets better and better, this fella, every time he goes out, doesn't he?
He sure does.
Gets a bit more confident with the boat.
As he bogs it down a wee bit.
Season so far.
They're doing well, mate. Every time they finish a rotation, it's got to be a good thing for sure when you park it back on the trailer. They take a split time of 28.599 back through the zigzag part of the course. Oh, a little bit untidy, but managed to get out of that. Through the part of the track we call the nut, as I've mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh, nearly.
Only Metcraft Hull in the field still.
Great time, 51.226. 51.226. Great run. Great run for them. Fastest time of the day.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Robert. He's going really well.
Just got to build that confidence. You know, get that run. The more time he's out there, the better it is.
Of course, he's the only Metcraft Hull in the field at the moment too.
Yeah, true that.
Made out of Invercargill with the McKenzie family down there.
Paddy Hayden and Jay Hayden in the schizo machine, making their way out onto the track. Out through the chute. He'll look to put his foot down right from the word go. Only knows one speed. There he goes, got the green light, up the chute he goes. Love this rotation, this big sweeping bit to start the rotation, to get them back through to do all the manoeuvring. Great job of doing the rotation, Julia and Richard. Takes a nice wide ball. A wee bit too wide coming in and then coming out of that hairpin. Does the loop. the side of the track. Back through the centre. Oh, tidies that up. He's going hard now. This big block Chevy from the mother-in-law's battery-powered Daihatsu Justy is doing them justice all right as they come around the sweeper. Wow, what a great run. 52.092 for Paddy and Jay. That's their best one of the day. 52.092.
Well, he stepped it up, didn't he?
He certainly has. He obviously didn't have too much for lunch either, so that's good.
No.
We're starting to see it coming in now. Looking pretty sharp. I'm not sure if we're going to see Rob Coley.
Yeah, what's the story there?
We're having some boat issues.
Rob's sitting this one out.
Rob's sitting this one out?
He's going to sit this one out. We've just had that from race control, so we won't see the Poison Ivy machine. But what we will see, though, is Sam Newdick and Sharma Putranui. They are chasing that time.
Here they come.
Talking to Sam at the lunch break, apparently it's handling like a dog.
Yeah.
He's not happy with it. You had the same conversation?
Yeah.
That's good. Now you know I'm not telling lies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So now
verify your facts.
He's not happy. What happened in that last run? He was waiting for the problem that he's been getting all day. It just happened later. So it's happening later and later and later in the rotation.
Yeah.
So we'll look. Hopefully it doesn't happen at all.
By the end of the day.
Hopefully they've got rid of it. But when he comes out of the gate, you know, we've been...
Oh, something happened there, didn't it?
A little bit untidy, but recovered. It's certainly... like they just haven't been able to put the finger on where the issue's been, but I think he clipped that island going through there, but managed to recover that as they go back through the centre of the course now. They come round the PSP sweeper to post a split time of 28.131.
He doesn't look happy on that front straight there.
No,
Yeah.
he's certainly not happy with the way this boat's handling. But I'll tell you what, when you go through, he's back on track. Was a rotational error in there. Comes round the PSP chute, a 60.240. He won't want us to record that one, that's for sure.
It's not bad for a rotational error.
Still not where he wants it to be, though.
No.
Going into
Hopefully
the
Sam can sort a few issues out before we go into these eliminations.
That's right, they have that run.
Bring it.
Definitely. Backs off the trailer now. Birthday boy Ruben Hoxema.
He was talking about reversion, Sam. If anybody know anything about reversion, it's when the jet unit unloads the water from under the boat. Just happens slightly, and then it unloads the back of the boat. Makes it all light and horrible in the back. So
listen to that machine of Ruben Hoxema and Jake Wood as he heads down the other side of the track, back through the centre. Listen to the hum of that machine. Yes, it sounds different to everyone else. That's because it's a single turbo, not a twin turbo like all the other superboats are. But it still has plenty left in the tank, and a great split time of 30.152 for Ruben and Jake, qualifying round 5. As he dug in just a wee bit too much there.
Yeah, he came off the turbo there when he went a little bit wide. I think he might have sucked up a little bit of grass from the island there. He's cleared it, back into it again.
Yeah, still costing valuable seconds.
It does.
Still costing valuable seconds at 55.590.
These turbo boats, some of them there, you have to keep that turbo winding, don't you?
You do.
Get a bit of lag going on, and then it takes a while to get back up into it again.
That's he's completed the rotation though, Choco. That's all that matters. As we watch the Wicked 2 machine get pushed off the back of the trailer, Scott Donald, Nicole Reesby, of course they came to that unfortunate halt just out in front of us before lunch. Then spent the lunch break clearing
I don't know what's wrong with that boat actually. It's, Well, he got back on the ramp at the end of the run and started it up and ran fine.
Yeah.
You know, so chasing a little gremlin there.
Oh,
He's a bit worried about it, to be fair. So that's exactly what he was going to do.
Yep.
Cruise. Yeah, just make sure the boat doesn't cut out again. I think they did try change the ignition unit over the break.
Right, over the lunch break you're talking about?
Yeah, over the lunch break, yeah. Change the ignition MSD box.
See if that was the issue.
Yeah.
He seems to be just going through the motions. This one, of course, already posted a time, so that won't be an issue. And it's now he's got the chance to just go through the motions and make sure everything's okay.
I think you went the wrong way.
And he realises that.
I can just imagine what Nicole's saying to him right about now. Yeah.
Smooth run, other than the rotational error, as he heads down the back. I guess even though there was that error, it's still time out on the water. So they'll be able to, like you say, Choco, put the gremlins to bed and finish as they'll come round and they'll pick up a time of 1:14.314.
Scotty a bit of confidence going into the eliminations that the boat's still running okay.
Exactly. Yep.
Which is good.
Right.
It's exactly what we need.
He'll be happy. He'll be happy with that. And last but by no means least, coming off the ramp will be Glen Head and Haley Head, the HRE vessel. What are these guys going to put together for this run? They just sit there and wait. We'll see how this goes. Look for the acceleration out of the chute from this NZ1 machine of Glen Head and Haley Head. Of course, Haley's the radiographer from Hamilton. Glen Head, the engineer himself, HRE engines. Puts a lot of engines together for a lot of vessels. Look at the power of this machine, Choco.
Yeah, it's an impressive boat, isn't it? Once again, a turbo boat. Just keep that turbo spinning big time all the way through the run. Carry his momentum. Glenn doing a good job.
Oh, it's pretty to watch.
Yeah, it is pretty to watch.
Split time 26.134 as they head up to the top of the track. Round through the centre. Oh, nice run. Negotiate the PSP. Sweeper 47.180.
I think there's now standard at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, slightly slower than the qualifying 4 time, but that's okay. It's still capable of more though, Choco, I reckon.
Yep, I think so.
Still capable of more. Yep.
Hopefully we get Sam Newdick's boat sorted and Sam can bring it to Glenn and we have great elimination rounds.
And
as an extra boat. So we'll get all of those guys.
So we'll go back in. The top 6 for them will become a top 7 because Tim is on a day licence. So look at the concentration for those at home that can see the live stream on Dave Simmons' face. He knows that there's only 9 in this one.
Yeah.
And 9, as we know, don't go into 6.
Number 12 was the slowest. He's on a day licence, so we'll drop him, and he will be only 6.
There is.
Oh, it was Neil's slowest
Number 12.
because of his slow run, so obviously out.
Yeah.
No, only if they qualify. They didn't qualify. So it's the top 6, and that's Neil Marshall. So he's out.
Just some chatting. We'll get some info to you when we get the official times handed to us with what will make up the top 6. I'm certainly not going to guess, Choco, and I'm sure you won't either.
No,
we'll wait to get it handed to us.
To the intelligent ones.
Yeah, we'll leave it to them. Well, I don't know if you could call Mike Simons intelligent, but we'll leave it to them to decide anyway.
Oh, we got to make them feel good, eh?
Yeah, no, true that. True that. No, Top Bloke does a great job, our race controller. And, of course, Matt
he looks
Manel.
confused to me.
Here they come, the Blue Flame machine of Dave Simmons and Millie Simmons out of Napier. Dave is a draftsman, Millie the student, an LSA Vortex supercharger machine as they negotiate through the centre of the course. Family up on the bank will be cheering till they lose their voice, I can tell you that. Round there she goes, Dad, get round there. We can't let Jono and Leela do any better than us. She wants to be on that podium at the end of the day. They're going to have to start going a bit quicker. 28.715 for Dave and Millie Simmons in the Blue Flame machine as the rain continues to fall here at Shelter View. But that's not going to stop these fellas. It's only a light shower. Through the centre of the course they come now. This is going to be a good time, folks. Around the PSP sweeper. 51.292. Give it up for them, folks. Great time. 51.292 for Dave and Millie Simmons.
It's a good effort, especially this time of the day.
That's their best time of the day as well.
Yeah.
Just going through my notes. The best time before that was a 52, so that's going to give them confidence going into the top 6.
Great.
It's hotting up. It's starting to hot up.
It is.
Pity about the weather's not hotting up, but that's okay.
No.
The action on the water is.
So quick shout out, I just got a message through on the phone from Fonzie in Australia saying he was hoping to get over here and do a bit of racing in New Zealand, but the old COVID thing's killed that idea. So shout out to those Australian jet sprinters watching us on the live stream.
Fantastic. Great to see
Good
the
stuff. Daryl Hutton, what are you doing, mate? Get your ass back to New Zealand.
He will when he can, I'm sure.
Aye.
I'm sure. But
Then we're also out in America. We've got one of our own out there as well with Chris Munro. He's up there. He's living up there, selling pies.
As I mentioned before,
Selling pies.
Cole Patrick, who was here last year racing, has given us a shout out on the live stream as well. So he'll be back there looking at the fantastic pictures coming out of iFilm, and my cameraman who's absolutely soaked out here beside me, Dino, but he's doing a fantastic job bringing you all these shots on the live stream.
As you know, folks, jet sprinting is a worldwide deal. We do a World Series every couple of years, mainly through America and Australia. So there's lots of people watching overseas on the live stream. Just got the big thumbs up coming through on my phone. So they're obviously listening.
We must be doing a good job then.
Yeah. Oh, they're going, listen to that, Choco, he's an idiot. Probably the second one.
Definitely not.
Hey?
Definitely not. So, we do have the top 6 confirmed for the Group A. We've got time to run through that.
Yeah.
Tim Betts and Joe Kapua at 6. Tim Coleman and Dylan Matthews at 5. Sean and Faye Rice at 4. Ross Travers and Amanda Kiddo at 3. Ollie Silverton and Jess Sitt at 2. And rounding out by a P1 for the top 6, Cy Gibbon and Donna Thompson. So Neil Marshall will drop out of that one. He was on a day licence as well. So, and of course the top 6 in the Group Bs, John O'Veary, Bryce Barron and Chris Rasmussen, with Tim and Debbie Edhouse not being out there. But of course the ghost vessel out on track at the moment, Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith. This boat only put together late last night to be out on the water. Great job to get it out there. Hasn't driven this boat with this much power, he reckons, before, with the HRE engine on board.
Yeah, and he's coming to grips with it slowly and surely, isn't he?
He certainly is. Getting more confident every... had a couple of rotational errors early in the day.
Yeah.
But it's now coming together nicely. As we start sucking in the water, it's getting a bit like that, Choco, as we just see the transition through the rotation for Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith now. Through the centre of the track. Oh! Jeepers creepers.
Is that flamed out?
He was...
he's into it. Good boy.
Straight
Hang
into
in there, buddy.
That's where he's supposed to go if that happens. Just caught that the blink of an eye. Saw it was supposed to come round towards us to the sweeper, but shot out to the
Quite often, these guys will go through the finish line and think the race is done. Sweet, switch off, straight off the end of the track. Seen it happen numerous times.
Yeah.
That'll be a DNF for Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith.
That kills his opportunity into the next round.
As he coasts back into the ramp.
Yeah, rain's a little bit steady, isn't it?
It sure is starting to get steady. Out on track.
Ruben.
You can't mistake who this one is, that is for sure.
No.
Ruben Hoxema and Jacob Wood out there in the Turbo Extreme machine. The single turbo vessel, Lincoln Automatics, Automotive Panel and Paint Supplies, EFI Turbo and Lubricants New Zealand back. Oh, flame out
He's
there.
out, he's out, he's out, he's in, he's out, he's in.
No, there was a big big flame out the back there, Choco.
Yeah.
But he recovered.
Drifted wide,
Recovered. Maybe the rain put the flame out. That was okay as he comes round the PSP sweeper.
He's gone a little bit out of kilter and now he's just got to gather everything in, finish the rotation. I think he's struggling with this rain,
Of course,
Birthday boy too, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Maybe we should get him some goggles so he can drive in the rain for his birthday.
You
maybe.
need him your glasses.
Matt's
mate.
just handed me some sunglasses we can race down to him if he gets through. But yes, it is his birthday today. Many happy returns, Ruben. And they'll just negotiate this slow. It's not going to be as slow as the lap that he did in Hastings a few years ago. But he's just going to get through and finish the race with a 1:15.179.
Yeah, boat sounds like it's all right. I think he's just struggling with the rain.
And safety first. You can't see, then, that's best where you should
and with
be.
that DNF prior too, so he probably just about get through, won't he?
Well, there's 7. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's going to be tight.
Struggle.
You might want to mention that if it might be a slow time, it still beats a DNF.
Yeah.
DNF still beats it.
Oh, that's okay. You got you. Yep.
So, best case scenario, finish the rotation, hope more people feel that.
Possibly. That's a very good point. That's just been raised to me. Of course, even though that was a slow time there, Choco, that still does beat the DNF, right? So you didn't finish, which of course beats a DNS if they don't start. That's in the field, right? So he's. We say that, was it worth it? Well, yes, it truly could have been worth it because there's still a few boats to go, as we see on screen there. The Wicked 2 machine. Scotty Donald and Nicole Reesby.
Engine dynamics there. How do I know that? It's written on the boat.
Look at that.
Craig Hyland up at Auckland. Built quite a few engines over the years. He did our engine for us.
Power Farming and Pro Parts, Supreme Automotive and PPG also alongside them. This is getting interesting now. Haven't seen Paddy Hayden out there yet. He's on the ramp though, still to come. That's good.
Trying to wipe a bit of water off the front of Scotty's boat. Of course, at the speeds they're doing, that water comes up the hull, up the front of the screen there. And without the rain, with the rain and that, we saw what happens to Ruben.
Exactly, that does. It does. Of course, you haven't got the luxury of a sea boat where you've got the screen with the wipers in front of you to get rid of all that stuff, right? This is we're not here to muck around.
All these guys will be hard out putting the old rain X on their visors and all sorts of things going on there.
That's right.
Trying to get the water to what's that word? Dissipate.
The precipitation. Precipitation. That one.
No, not that one.
Not that one. I'll tell you what, on days like this, the hot dog caravan does well.
Yeah.
Hey, there's still plenty of punters hanging around though. Really appreciate you putting in the hard yards for the weather because we've got some great racing to come.
Slowly coming away now. This rain's easing off. We're back into it.
Yeah, definitely. Scotty Donald and Nicole Reesby looking like they're going to come off the trailer. They sure are, being pushed back off the trailer to come out and do their best to get through. Neil Marshall's just walked in below us there. Going to watch the rest from underneath the commentary box. Good to see him back, though. Good to see him back. See him at the next round.
Daryl Hutton.
Away goes the Wicked 2 machine of Scott Donald and Nicole Reesby through the top part of the course. Rain seems to be backing off now, which is a good thing. Get rid of those issues. Course,
Yeah, it looks like he's maybe got a little bit of confidence back in the boat from their flame out earlier.
Cautious approach too, just going through. Well, like we talked about just before, get through the rotation. The numbers are slowly dwindling away, so we can get through the rotation and qualify for that top 6 maybe. Scotty Donald, Nicole Reesby, 2NZ, the Wicked 2 machine out of Featherston. Round the Lucas Oils hairpin, back up past the main sponsor of the Group A class, Lucas Oils. Great support we do receive from them as these guys come through the centre of the course.
Yep.
Around the PSP sweeper. What's he got for us, Choco? A 54.377. That'll see him progress all right, a 54.377. Great
no
time.
DNFs, no going the wrong way, no nothing. Good work.
That's what you need.
Go the boys from the rapper.
Good stuff. All right, who have we got next off? The bat, Lou is backing off. Paddy and Jay Hayden in the schizo vessel. These two were pretty nervous coming into this round. The mother-in-law's
Paddy Hayden.
engine.
You ever get a chance to talk to this fella, you sit there for hours listening to him tell lies and talk a load of crap.
He's a good man.
He's a good man.
Very knowledgeable chap. Base pro, of course, his own business. Bowling and pond lining. Can he make the top 6?
He's put it all there, isn't he?
He's putting it out there, and there's nothing on the water, that's for sure. His lovely wife Jay sitting alongside. Through the centre of the track now. Little bit wide, but negotiates. Runs up onto the tyre wall, but manages to keep the jet unit in the water. Wide round the PSP sweep for a split time of 28.510. Bounces untidily through the centre of the track. Up through the hairpin. Heading up. Just put the foot down, that's for sure. Look at them go. Paddy and Jay Hayden. Oh, this is going to be a good time. 50.581. A 50.581. That is their best time of the day by 2 seconds. So he's saving the best till last.
He is.
Should progress
Good work.
to the top 6.
Good to hear a nice big block out there too, doing the damage, eh?
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. 600 cubes.
So we're coming off now. We will see the Devil's Advocate of Rob White and Lisa Glubb out of Invercargill and Haast, respectively. Things are starting to get real now, Choco. Here they go.
Tricky dicky.
Hydrolink machine sticks out like a sore toe. These guys, it's good for a commentator to have a nice bright boat on the course. Parked it up on the bank earlier on today, but have recovered well so far, touch wood.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, Robert White. Of course, Hydrolink, long association with our sport. Had their name on a number of boats over the years, mainly like Rodney Poyo. Yeah.
Oh, this is looking good. It's a good split time there, 28.337. Oh, bounces through there, very almost untidy, but managed to correct a little bit wide out of the Lucas Oils hairpin as he heads up the top of the track. Big sweep coming back in through the zigzag part of the course. Around the sweeper at the bottom, the PSP sweeper. What's that, a 50.732? 50.732, that's their best time of the day. Wow, these guys are getting more and more confident. Great run, put it together for them, folks. That's a fantastic run for them. 50.732. Wow, things are really starting to hot up now. This is getting interesting. As Sam Newdick backs down onto the ramp, gets in there. He'll know what he has to do. Glenn Head alongside them, climbing into the boat. Looking sharp. Looks a bit like Darth Vader in the black race suit. The only thing that we can tell it's not Darth Vader is the orange visor. Isn't that right, bloke? Absolutely, he says. Always agree with you, Slim. Of course he does. Sam Newdick, Sharma Putranui. Getting the instructions from race director. Sorry, ramp controller Lou there. Giving them the thumbs up. Wiping that front of the boat.
Yeah.
Don't want any excess water stuck on there. That will play a bit of a part. We saw Sam. He's been very backed off. Said that the boat's been handling like a bit of a dog for the entire day. So hopefully it can all go right this time for him. Get some fire in the belly.
What's happening?
Back it off the trailer.
Waiting for Sam?
Just waiting for Sam and Sharma, yep, just to come off the trailer.
Oh, Sam will be doing his makeup. I reckon.
You reckon? I don't know. Don't know about that.
Hope he didn't hear that.
Sharma's the one with the painted nails, not Sam. They still reckon there's time, the girls still reckon there's time to paint their nails, even though they've got to put gloves on, they're still got to have nails that look good. So there we go. Sam Newton gets pushed off the trailer. The Clearview vessel, GJ Gardner, PSP. Been around the sport a little while.
Let's hopefully he's sorted out his problems he's been having with their boat too.
Yep.
We'd really like to see him step up and do the best he can.
Let's see how he goes. PSP Racing, Sam Newdick, Sharma Putranui.
And the rain.
Here they go. Listen to that hum now, Choco.
It's a beautiful machine, that thing, isn't it? That's a small block Chevy in the back pumping out. What is it? 500 horses, 550?
It sure is.
600.
It's certainly getting in there, that's for sure.
Yeah, huge horsepower out of a small block. 575 cubic inches.
1,000 horsepower, you can certainly see that out there, that's for sure. As they come around the PSP sweeper, they'll pick up a split time of 26.703 as he gets through there. That is a very fast split indeed. Look at him go, he's found another gear now, Sam.
Yeah, he has found another gear.
Sharma Putranui sitting alongside him as they come back through the centre of the course. Oh, rocking and rolling. This is looking good. What's it going to be, folks? A 47.196. What a
crazy.
great time. 47.196. That's his best time of the day by far.
Yeah.
He'll be happy with that.
He will be happy with that.
I think he's just been
You
playing
reckon?
with Glenn Head all day thinking, come on, mate, catch me up. Let's see what they can do. Glenn,
That's
of course,
great, well, job, eh?
Glenn, of course, has gone quicker. A 47.065.
But it's good to see someone bringing it to him.
Yes, he's
Isn't
chasing him. That's right. He's certainly chasing him.
Bringing him the game.
Let's see what happens now. The HRE engine racing machine of Glenn and Haley Head, the 1NZ. They reckon this man's got balls of steel. I think we're about to find out. Unfortunate incident.
Are you allowed to say that on the radio?
Absolutely, you can.
Oh, okay.
And
Cool.
we're not on the radio.
Especially if you just see that Sam's been playing with Glenn all day.
Yeah.
It's a cat and mouse race game, this, I'll tell you what, in all the classes there's been...
We're not on the radio.
Chasing each
No,
other.
we're not, are we?
That's for sure. Here they come.
We're on the radio worldwide.
Watch for the power to come out of here. Just hums.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just
doesn't
hums.
sound good. Yeah,
just
too quiet.
Yeah, it's
way too quiet for my liking.
It's quiet.
But that's okay.
But it's fast.
It's fast. Very fast.
Negotiates that part of the track.
It's actually an EV sound generator.
He's
Very,
doing a
very
good job,
nice.
isn't he?
Keeps the nose of that
Around the
vessel.
bottom of this corner here, up to the top of the... Through that hairpin, this is a tricky little bit here. They've been struggling all day.
Got through that okay, though.
No, yeah, he did a great job up to the top of the track once around the top. Around that top island.
Look at that. Here he comes. Look for the big finish, folks.
Back down the bottom and it's through this finish line. Here it comes.
Doesn't seem to be going fast. 47.165.
Oh, there's nothing in that, is there?
Not at all. 47.165. Wow.
Goes to 47.196 from Sam.
I tell you what.
Woo. We're in for a treat.
We're in for a treat, folks. Hold on to your horses. Right. We move into the top 6. The Group B boats just coming down onto the water now. What's it going to be? We've got John O'Veary and Leela Berda sitting at a 52.205. Bryson Kylie Barron at a 53.899 and a 62.806 for Chris and Holly Sutherland. Did they just want to get
these
around
guys, sorry?
So, no, did they want to just get around that rotation?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I think. Oh, I don't know. I reckon if I was in this class here right now, there's 3 in the top 6. Obviously, they're all going to get through so long as they do the correct rotation. But wouldn't you want to run last?
Sure is. Bit of an issue with the Violent Tendencies machine. Quite know what that is.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
top 6, Superboats.
Yep. What do we got?
First out, Scotty Donald and Nicole Reesby.
Go the rapper.
Why rapper, boys?
You know how when you watch rugby, and Justin Marshall tries not to be biased to Canterbury all the time?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm from the Wairarapa.
So you're referring to yourself as Justin Marshall?
And I'm going to be biased.
You can get out of the commentary box now. The Wicked 2 machine.
No way, I'm not from Canterbury.
Scott Donald and Nicole Reesby charge out. They've got a point to prove now. They want to be on that podium. They're going to have to put in a good display as this rain continues to fall.
Get into it, Scotty. You can do this, buddy. Come on
Wind it
now.
up. Had his fair share of issues today. Only got the boat back together on Christmas Day.
Nailed that hairpin. Hopefully we get around there.
And around there.
That was good.
That was good too.
Yeah.
Round for the PSP split. We'll check out what the split time's going to be. A 28.541 split. Nails that one through the centre of the course. Front of the boat sitting up beautifully as he goes round. Nails that one too. Gets out of trouble beautifully.
Yeah, once around this top island, he's on his way home.
Back through the middle.
Here we go.
What's it going to be, folks? A 50.922 for Scott Donald and Nicole Reesby. 50.922. Wow. They're going to be happy with that. After their little bit of a faux pas, they parked it up out here in front of the spectators. It's pretty good. I hope they got your best shot there.
Flashback off the top of your head there?
Yeah, I hope they got your best side, mate. Number 2, NZ.
Oh, we're getting our photo taken up here, folks. Movie stars.
Moving right along.
Models.
The Blue Flame machine of Dave Simmons and Millie Simmons, his daughter.
Did you breathe in then?
Right, they get out on the...
I did.
Looking for their shot on the podium, maybe.
Here we go.
Dave and Millie Simmons, father and daughter, out of Napier. Here we go. Here's a crack for Dave as he heads up. They've put some fire in the belly, getting off the trailer this time as they swing through the part that caught them out right in the opening qualifier. Way back about 9 o'clock this morning. She's directing him around the traffic just like like she's learning to drive, I can tell you that. Great run so far. What's the split time going to be? They'll pick up a 28.868 split. He's just totally picks up through there.
Last hairpin there.
Nails that one. Dave and Millie Simmons, the Blue Flame machine's been in the shed for a long time, decided to bring it out of retirement. What's he going to do, folks? This is going to be a good time, a 51.075. Oh, that's their best time of the day. So if he doesn't get through, at least they got quicker and quicker as the day went on. A 51.075 for the Blue Flame machine of Dave and Millie Simmons. Wow.
That's right, isn't it?
Now it's getting exciting, Choco.
Yeah, this rain's just thrown another little curveball in there, isn't it?
It sure has.
Yeah.
It's not easing up either. Those of us that are camping here tonight, we all wish we had camper vans, unlike some of us that have got hotels.
Mate. I think I might go home. I could use some sleep.
Well, we'll see who's coming off now. It will be Robert White and Lisa Glubb. Oh, silence is golden sometimes, I reckon.
The steam coming out of the back of that boat.
That rain's certainly playing its part. Persistence pays off, though. Can these guys get it off the trailer?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's coming backwards. There's
Here we
still a
go.
lot of steam coming off that.
There is a lot of steam coming off there.
Fire it up.
Methanol though, eh?
These,
You'll probably
machines.
find it'll be all right once he gets going.
Allied Petroleum and Hydrolink back these guys to the hill. The Devil's Advocate, Robert White, Lisa Glubb. Robert out of Invercargill, Lisa out of Haast. Let's see what they've got. As they take off, beautifully execute the top part of the course.
Yeah.
Come around, they'll cut back inside. Oh, he's gone the wrong way. They
gone
need
the
to
wrong
come
way.
back in the inside.
Let's sort of that out.
It's going to put pay to that. They'll do it now. They've got to enter with it.
Right
So
now.
that's it. They're back on track now.
Bugger.
Yeah, bugger. But that's all right.
Hey.
That's okay. You learn from your mistakes, Choco. It's not over yet. Round, they get out of there.
Yeah.
Dug in a wee bit there. Will the confidence be shot after that? I don't think so, though. They've picked it up. 37.046, the split time. Oh,
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Disappointing run so far. Rotational error in the top six is not what you want, but they have been consistent all day. It's their first big faux pas as they come back across the line with a time of
59, probably 59, 89, somewhere around there. This is me as I was counting it as I go around.
an unofficial time of 59.89.
So they went one too many times, they got lost.
Yep, but they still finished.
Yeah, that's fine.
So they did have that rotational error, but they did manage to get through with a 59.930. Thanks, Matt. A 59.930. So at the moment, we have
That
got
rain's coming down.
Scotty Donald in P1, Dave Simmons in P2, with the three quick boys to follow. Paddy Hayden just coming down onto the ramp. Ollie Silverton in behind him. Sorry, not Ollie Silverton, same boat, easy mistake. Sam Newdick, of course. As we get these guys down onto the water. Paddy Hayden's actually just driven away.
Yeah.
Don't know what's gone wrong there.
So Paddy Hayden, Sam Newdick and Glenn Head still to run.
Yes, but with Paddy Hayden just
Disappearing back to the pits. What's
getting the
going
wrong
on
way,
there?
unless he's coming around to go on another ramp.
Sam's backing in.
Yep, Sam Gibbon back again. These boys, if you just cast your eyes over to the ramp, you'll see that they're just fixing up the Hydrolink boat there, seeing what went wrong. Sam Newdick backs into the ramp. It's been handling a bit rubbish all day, he reckons, but he's confident that they can pull it back. He certainly did in that last run,
Bit
posting
rubbish.
a time of 47.196. If that's rubbish, far out. You know, it's still pretty quick.
Wish my car handled rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like it might be easing off a little bit.
Ever so easing
Yeah.
off.
Let's get him out there. So I wonder what's happening with Paddy Hayden. Have we heard anything?
He was coming, I saw him moving around.
Yeah, he was moving around, but he is
Gone back.
gone back. Just can't see him on the ramp. We might just Just wait to see if we've got the all clear from Lou down there on the ramp.
Looks like Sam's keen anyway.
Giving them the thumbs up. Yes, Sam Newdick and Chama Putranui, of course.
Paddy's on the clock, so that time.
Okay.
Paddy, we've just heard Paddy's on the clock, so you'll have a certain amount of time to get down there. I
So
think
he's got an issue with the boat. That means he's
5 minutes, I think it is, to
yeah.
get down there.
Yeah.
If he wants to start the top 6.
And that Sam and Glenn can actually sit there and wait for him. But being the people they are, they'll probably jump in and run anyway.
No, but would you do that though? Would you? What does that?
Oh,
Does
I
that
don't know.
benefit you though, or
Not really, eh?
no?
Depends more about a personality than anything,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, I suppose.
You know?
But no,
I'm pretty sure they won't do it. But
trying times. We've got
I see Paddy coming back up now, actually.
Sam's boat running.
Glenn's coming around behind him too.
So it's come off the trailer. Sam Newdick, Chama Putranui. Let's see what can come of this one. Both been around the sport for a long time. Sam out of Hamilton, Chama out of Ashburton. 575 cubic inch small block V8, 1,000 horsepower of pure superboat excellence as it heads down around the tight. Look at that, handles like a dream.
Yeah, it's going all right.
Through there, he's
Through
got
that
the
hairpin.
foot down, that is
Yeah.
for sure. Around through the centre of the track. See what he can sort of do for a split time. 25.688.
There's that tricky little corner here. There, straight through there.
Manoeuvres that.
Looked outstanding.
Let's
Up
see.
to the top. One more lap round that top island. Back through to the finish. The 25.6 split time's not a bad effort.
Through the zigzag, round through the PSP sweeper. What's it going to be? A 45.573. That is his quickest time of the day. You remember a little while ago, Choco, I called that, but I said Glenn Haight would do the 45. Glenn Head would do the 45.
Yeah, you did too. Yeah, I remember
Sam
now.
Newdick has done the 45, folks.
Yeah, that was a great run, wasn't it? Every corner was perfect, right down to the
He nailed everyone.
apex.
Yep.
Yeah, hit the whole lot. Can't wait for the final now.
Yes, tricky. We've still got two to come out, of course. Glenn Head and the 1NZ and Paddy and Jay Hayden. Looks like it's going to be... Well, where's Lou? You can always tell. She's standing just waiting. Of course, they are on the clock. So we'll wait for that signal or from some comms from race control. The commentary box is getting extremely crowded up here. I'm sure it's because of the wet weather. One of the driest places on the track. That is for sure. But we are seeing a break in those clouds, so hopefully that is. It was forecast this rain, and it was around. What time are we looking at? Yeah, right on cue to come in about 3 o'clock. So
Sounds like Paddy firing up. That's a definite big block.
it sounds good, though, doesn't it?
Does sound good.
Sounds good.
Very good. Reckon Daryl Hutton in Australia would agree with me. All the way back to Big Chief.
Let's see what he's got. Jay's got the eyes closed on there. Remember that she didn't have any idea that Paddy had bought this boat.
No, wifey,
So-
she probably knows now.
You know, I would guarantee that yeah, they were still nervous coming in. Last time, she was a little less nervous knowing that it had her mum's her battery-powered engine in it, though. So, that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll see what they can do. Any idea? They're not off the ramp just yet. Still waiting. The thumb's gone up, though. Fires it up. Looks to be all okay. So we'll just wait and see now. What can he do? Paddy and Jay Hayden out of Te Awamutu. He's the piling and pond liner. Jay's a clinical nurse specialist, the big block Chev with an old Sprint Tech hull.
I wonder what he calls an old Sprint hull. I wonder whose hull that was. How old is it?
Don't know. That'll be a question we can ask him over a couple of waters. We'll find
Might
out,
be
though.
Duncan Duncan's.
We'll find out. Here we go.
Sprint Tech hull.
Look for the power. Out it comes. Paddy and Jay Hayden, what have they got left in the tank? Possibly could be their last run of the day unless he can pull off a beauty.
Got an animation there from the navigator.
Yeah.
Willing him on.
Stepping it up big time.
There you go, boy.
As he comes round past the commentary, nails that. Oh, he's always come wide.
Yeah,
he's
he
got through
drifted
that.
wide. Yeah.
Out of trouble.
A little bit of slip.
Sounding okay though as he comes back past commentary round the PSP split time 29.615. Through the centre of the track. Oh, very, very animated from Jay, his navigator, around the top of the course, back through the zigzag.
Yeah.
What's he going to do, folks?
On the run home.
Here we go. Time's going to be 51.707. 51.707. Still.
So Scotty Donald's in there still, isn't he? Is he? 45. 50.
Sam is a 45.5.
Scotty Donald's in there.
Scotty is a 50.922. Then we go to a 51.075 to Dave Simmons, a 51.707 to Paddy, and a 59.930 to Rob White.
Yeah.
Remembering though that Dave Simmons is on a day licence, so we may just have to get some clarification on that one going into the top three.
So he's on the bubble right now, isn't he?
Sits on the bubble. Sits on the bubble with Glenn Head to go. Odds on.
And I see that Scotty will make the top three.
Scotty Donald.
From the Wairarapa.
There we go. Funny that.
Just thought I'd let you know.
Let's see. Glenn Head, he's just waiting for Paddy to be back on. The reverse bucket's been activated. Lou looks like she's happy. We got some action off the HRE engine machine. Backs into the water. What can he pull off? Can he slide into P1? He's going to have to do a 45.
Good one, isn't he?
He's going to have to beat a 45.573. Just set by Sam Newdick. Let's see. We talked about how quiet this boat is, but man, it's certainly got some power. That is absolutely for sure. The 400 cubic inch HRE twin turbo small block Chevy, as he manoeuvres his way around the course, takes a nice wide berth and throws that Lucas Oil's banner against the fence.
Oh, taking a wide line out of that hairpin.
That was not too bad either.
Just dodged a little bullet there.
Let's see what the split's going to be, a 26.287. That's not a bad split at all.
Is he going the wrong way?
No, back up the hairpin. Still on track. Around they go, back through the zigzag part of the track. This is going to be a great run. What's it going to be, folks? Oh, 46.651. That is his best time of the day. Wow, this is really hotting up now. So we should have Sam Newdick at 45.573. Then we should have Glenn Head at a 46.651. And sitting there on the, taking in the third spot, I think, will be Scotty Donald and Nicole Reesby. Fantastic. Great result. Awesome stuff.
That boat's been quick all day, isn't it?
It sure has.
Looks quick too, doesn't it, on the water?
It's been the one to beat.
Yeah, definitely.
Nobody could.
Scotty Donald just coming off the trailer and Superboat. Mouth fresh Superboats. One more time. 3 more to go.
3 to go. Prize giving will be after the racing. Give us about 10 minutes to get it sorted out here in the front. You fellas know the deal. Great time to celebrate. Now the rain's disappeared.
Yeah.
And of course, don't forget Anzac weekend next year. We'll come back to that as the Wicked 2 machine of Scott Donald and Nicole Reesby come out for the last time today. They've had their fair share of unfortunate, but what a great result after only getting the boat back together on Christmas Day to be here and to get on the podium. But what step remains to be seen as he negotiates beautifully through this part of the course. He has done all day. Tight sweep into the PSP sweeper. A 27.744. That's the split time. Rocks and rolls through that zigzag part of the course. Back up towards the nut. Around for the run home, Choco.
Yeah, here we go. We'll get a time in a minute. Less than a minute. Well, less than a minute.
Oh, 49.893. That's his best time of the day.
I was speaking earlier, that's what you want.
Great
Last
time.
round of the day to put your best time down.
That's the money one for them. You know,
Yeah,
they've
that's
done it.
right.
Save their best till
Yeah,
last. Give it up for them.
absolutely. Good
Scotty
result.
Donald, Nicole
Got a hand
Reesby.
on a trophy too. Just which one has he got?
Which step is he going to be on? That's right.
Yeah.
After that, of course, also from down there in the Wairarapa. Are they going to save fate for the
No.
Wairarapa, Choco? It remains to be seen.
It's not a bad effort. 2 boats in the two finals.
Yeah. So, as the HRE engine Glen Head, Haley Head vessel
Backing
backs
up.
into the ramp.
Yep.
What's it going to be, folks? He'll run it in. He'll have to post a good time to
He
put
will.
the pressure on Sam.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Is that boat, Sam's boat, the one that's not handling that
The
well?
one that's not handling that well, exactly. Yeah, the one he's called the dog all day, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wasn't happy with that. As they rock and roll to get sorted. Been a great day. I take this opportunity to give a big shout out to all the rescue crew and all the volunteers that have helped out today. Put your hands together, folks, for the rescue crew. They've done a great job getting the teams out of the water that have got stuck.
Yeah.
I also want to, Julia and Richard Murray, local promoters here, put a fantastic display on, really look after us. A big round of applause for them as well, folks. Love coming out to Shelter View. Of course, we're back here in a few months' time. I think it's the 21st of March. Yes, I should remember that. It's my wife's birthday. We're back here on the 21st of March for, I think, round 4 before we head down to Wanaka. At Easter weekend, and then of course we've got this next round up at Mary in February. So love to see you up there to round out the season as we wait for the guys to be pushed into the water. Lou's just doing a check now.
Some little games going on down here on this ramp, I think. Theory says all 3 boats should be sitting on the ramp, and we haven't got Sam up there yet, have we?
Sam's not there, that's correct.
No, so there's a few
Dead
little
right.
games going on.
What do we do? What do we do? Let's see. Here he is coming out now. He's putting all the gear on. They're in, locked and loaded. Out they come. Shout out to Chris and Holly down there. Commiserations, guys. Well done. Still take the 3rd, though. Still on the bottom step. Yeah. Last man standing, Chris. Yeah. Tim Edhouse still thinks he's racing. He's still got his race suit on. He must have just been cold.
Oh, he's probably signing all those
Oh,
autographs.
definitely. That's what it was. Autograph signing.
Yeah.
Daniel Castro, proud supporter.
Yeah.
See, Neil Marshall wasn't mucking around though. He took the overalls off pretty quick.
He did, didn't he? Look
Yeah.
at him.
That's right. No, he's a bit of a celebrity in his own right though, Tim Edhouse, that's for sure. Runs a top ship up there at Ofonga Motors. As we see Sam and Sharma backing into the ramp. Glenn and Haley here just going through the final touches on there. Don't step back over that umbrella there, Choco. You don't want to see you happen there, mate.
That'll be interesting, wouldn't it? It's commentate lying on my back.
Sun's coming out now.
Sun on the bones.
Ross Travers just walking across here to have a well-earned glass of water. Fantastic display of driving from Super Mario. He just sucked it in, and he just took that in his stride, didn't he? Walking back to the, walking across here, didn't he, Choco? Hey, no, well done, Roscoe.
I think Taking a selfie, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's what it was. He's answering all those calls. Yeah, that's it. No, great camaraderie here. It's one big happy family, that's for sure. All these jet sprinters help each other out when they can. Julia Murray down there praying for more sunshine. Hopefully dries it out. Here we go. HRE Racing
Got the
Engines.
barbecue on, Julia?
HRE Racing Engines.
Got the barbecue on?
About to come out. Here we go. What's he got left in store? Last run of the day. Sun shining beautifully now over Shelter View in Wanganui.
Scotty Donald's put down to 49.89, so we need a better time than that from Glen Head.
Big finish coming up here. Negotiate through there. Just went a wee bit wide. Showers the spectators underneath the commentary box as if they haven't got wet enough. As he comes round to take a split time. Great split time, 25.639. What a fantastic display so far from Glenn and Haley
He's gone
here.
the wrong way.
Yeah, he's got a rotational error. Oh no. He's got to correct it. Get back on track. Now he's back on track.
We didn't want to see that, did we?
Unfortunately, that's not what we needed. Just went the wrong way when it mattered. They will pick up a 54.837. That puts them on the bottom step. Scotty Donald now sitting in P1. Of course,
with one hand on the trophy.
With one hand on the trophy, absolutely right. Scotty Donald, Nicole Reesby. Let's see what this PSP can do. Of course, they did the double in Featherston. Will there be an upset here? Sam Newdick.
Yeah, if Sam can get up here, he'll get a little bit of a points gap on Glenn now in the overalls.
Yes, of course, it comes down to that as well, right?
Yep. The big picture.
Right. Let's see how we're going as he comes out the chute. Last time, been a great day. Sharma sitting alongside Sam Newdick, steering the ship. Oh, bites in there beautifully as he goes through the centre of the course. This machine that, he told me at lunchtime hadn't been handling all day, wasn't happy with it. As he goes up to the through the centre of the course, look at this thing humming. It's humming. He's giving it some, Choco.
As he's coming around, he's got to nail this one. One more time through there. Yeah, like a professional. Well done. One more corner. One more hairpin around there up to the top of the track. A loop round this top island and he's into the run home.
He sure is. Back through the zigzag.
Hasn't put a foot wrong yet.
All day he's been
Here we go.
44.876. What a time. 44.876. Fastest time of the day. Left it till the end. Sam
good work.
Shana Petronui. They will take out the Superboats, the Mouth Fresh Superboats, for round 2 here at Shelter View. Fantastic. I just got to take this opportunity while they're waiting to get their checkered flag to thank Choco, my co-commentator.
No worries,
fantastic.
Catch
We've
up in Auckland.
Mel alongside us, and this other lovely lady sitting next to him as well doing the rotation. I've got Matt Manel working vigorously over here, done a fantastic job. Stick around for the checkered flag lap. Give yourselves all a round of applause. You've been a fantastic crowd. We'll see you back on the 21st, but wait for this. He's got to come out. He's got a checkered flag in his hand just about. There's fist pumping. He's now opened up the gap on Glenn and Haley Head and the overall points for the championship, of course. But give it up. Hold nothing back for the Unlimited Mouth Fresh Unlimited Superboat round 2 winner, Sam Newdick, Sharma Petronui.
Good work, mate.
Fantastic day here at Shelter View. A big shout out to Julia and Richard, local promoters. Done a fantastic job all day. It was a pity about the weather, but everyone stuck in there. And burnouts in the runoff pad. Well done for them. Absolutely fantastic work. Put your hands together, guys, for Sam Udick, Sharma Putranui. You guys have been great. We hope you've enjoyed it. Safe travels. All you guys up there in Dave's bar, hope you've had a great day. It's been some great racing here. We'll see you on the 21st of March back here in Shelter View. From Slim and Chocker in the box, good night.